And if you live there, you can go one time with law enforcement to pick up your belongings.
Si usted vive ahí, puede regresar una vez acompañado de agentes del orden público para ir a buscar sus efectos personales.
And this condition can be modified at a later date.
Y esta condición se puede modificar más adelante.
By another judge in your regular division.
Otro juez lo podría hacer en la división regular que va a ver el caso.
Okay.
Was public defender pointed on this one? Oh, thank you.
I think I did in the beginning, did I not?
You probably did. I just didn't mark it. Thank you.
Okay.
Y el abogado de oficio se le asignó en este caso y la jueza dijo que sí, que ella lo hizo al principio.
Anything else on Mr. Sanabria?
No, Your Honor.
On count 4, it was an M1.
Algo más en cuanto al señor Sanabria, no, su señoría.
In 2023, so there was no violation since it's been picked up. I assumed it's already termed. So shouldn't be booked up for it. The other 2 counts he put on were F3s, but the count 4 was.
Well, I don't know when he. I don't have any information as to when he pled. Whatever is on the docket for that's a violation, I only have. Are we determining whether he was on probation on these charges at this point?
It was just that one count since it was. Made it clear, you know,
That's
He
fine.
was self-sentenced?
The felonies will hold him no bond regardless, so that's fine.
Just sign this one, that's it.
Oh, you got it. All right. Like half of it went away real quick. Nope, that's not all of it. Let me redo it. That's when I picked my pen up.
Why is that doing this? Oh, you have to click the pen.
Tell me when.
Let's try again.
Okay. Thank you. All right. So, anything else on Mr. Sanabria? Okay. All right. Thank you, sir. Have a nice day.
Algo más en cuanto al caso del señor Sanabria, no, su señoría. Bien, señor, que tenga buen día, gracias.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's all the Spanish at South, Your Honor.
All right. Any Spanish at Central?
Yes, ma'am. Aguilar, last name Aguilar Hernandez.
All right. So, Armando Aguilar Hernandez, Mr. Aguilar, you are charged with no valid driver's license, misdemeanor of the second degree.
Señor Aguilar, se le acusa del delito de conducir sin una licencia válida de manejar y es un delito menor en el segundo grado.
Do you have an attorney?
¿Usted tiene abogado?
No.
No.
Can you afford to hire an attorney?
¿Usted tiene los medios para contratar a un abogado?
No.
No.
I'll provisionally appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you.
Bien, provisionalmente le voy a asignar un abogado de oficio público para que lo represente.
All right. I have reviewed the affidavit and I do find probable cause for the charge.
He revisado el affidavit y hallo que hay motivo fundado para el cargo.
He does have the next one coming.
So, Mr. Aguilar Hernandez, I'm going to set your bond at $1,000, but just so you know, you do have an ICE hold.
Bien, señor Aguilar, le voy a fijar la fianza en la cantidad de $1,000, pero para que sepa, tiene una orden de detención de inmigración.
So if you bond out, that's when they'll pick you up for the ICE hold, okay?
Así que si usted presta la fianza, en ese momento lo van a venir a buscar por la orden de detención de inmigración, ¿ok?
Okay, thank you.
Ok, gracias.
Next we have is Padilla Ramirez, Principal. Oh, no.
Sorry, I don't know how to say that. They tell me there's an ICE hold.
Some judges announce that.
For the Was it Padilla?
Yes.
All right, Ms. Padilla Ramirez, you've been charged with domestic violence battery, a first-degree misdemeanor.
Bien, señor Padilla Ramírez, se le acusa de una violencia intrafamiliar con agresión física, un delito menor en el primer grado.
Do you have an attorney?
¿Usted tiene abogado?
No.
No.
Can you afford to hire an attorney?
¿Usted tiene los medios para contratar un abogado?
No.
No.
All right, I'll provisionally appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you.
Bien, provisionalmente le voy a asignar un abogado de oficio público que lo represente.
Okay, I previously reviewed the affidavit and I do find probable cause for the charge.
Previamente revisé la affidavit y hallo que hay motivo fundado para el cargo.
Okay, I'll set your bond at $1,000.
Le voy a fijar la fianza en la cantidad de $1,000.
And I don't have any information on what your sister-in-law's position on you getting out of jail is.
No tengo información alguna en cuanto a la postura de su cuñada en cuanto a que usted salga de la cárcel,
Or what her position is on you coming back to the house.
ni cuál es la postura de ella en cuanto a que usted regrese a la casa.
Do you have somewhere else you can stay for a while?
Sí.
¿Usted tiene otro lugar donde usted se pueda quedar por ahora?
Sí.
Yes.
All right, so if you're able to post bond, conditions of your bond are that you have no contact with your sister-in-law, the victim.
Así que si usted puede prestar la fianza, las condiciones de su fianza es que no puede tener contacto alguno con su cuñada, que es la víctima.
You don't go back to the home where she lives.
Usted no puede regresar a la residencia donde ella vive.
You can go there one time with a law enforcement officer to pick up your things, get some clothes and a toothbrush.
Usted puede regresar una vez a la residencia acompañado de agentes del orden público para ir a buscar sus cosas tales como ropa o un cepillo de dientes.
And if at some point your sister-in-law is okay with you coming back home, you can talk to your public defender about filing a motion to change the conditions of your release.
Y si en algún momento su cuñada está de acuerdo en que usted regrese a la residencia, usted puede hablar con su abogado de oficio público para presentar un pedimento para cambiar las condiciones de su libertad.
Okay?
Entendido.
Understood.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a good day.
Gracias, señora. Que pase buen día.
Yes.
I'm not sure if you have a Creole interpreter. The only thing left for interpreting is for Creole for one.
Which case is that?
Last name is Saint, Just, SAINTJUST.
All right, Your Honor, I will try to make some arrangements and I will let the court know as soon as I've found someone.
Hang on, I'm still trying to. What case is it?
Saint, SAINT is last name.
It's not on my docket.
After rushing.
Russia? Oh, okay, I got it. Saint Just, okay. All right.
Thank you.
Are you going to try to see if there's a Creole interpreter available for today and let us know?
Yes, Your Honor, I will try to find someone for today and I'll let the court know.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's it for the interpreting cases today.
First up at South County, Joseph Clark.
Joseph Clark? No, I got the wrong, sorry, I was looking at the wrong Clark. Mr. Clark, you have violations of probation on prior domestic violence, battery, drug paraphernalia, and a drug charge. Sorry, strike that. You have violation of probation on the battery. You have new charges of possession of methamphetamine, a third-degree felony, and possession of drug paraphernalia, a first-degree misdemeanor. Do you have an attorney, sir?
No, ma'am.
All right. can you afford to hire an attorney?
No, no.
All right, I provisionally appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. Give me 1 second. All right, I do find probable cause for the charges and for the violation of probation. On the new charges, on the possession of drugs, your bond will be set at $5,000. On your possession of drug paraphernalia, it'll be set at $1,000. On your violation of probation, you have no bond.
We can ROR on that. We can ROR on that. Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, are you talking about something else, or are you talking to me?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Okay, all right, just checking. All right, I'm sorry, Mr. Clark, they were talking about something else here. Okay, so we've got bonds on your 2 new charges, on your violation of probation, that's a no bond situation, and your next court date is going to be August 4th at 8:15.
Step on this one. Next is Denton Davidson.
Anderson Public Defender's Office. I do have a stipulation with the state regarding the assault on law enforcement, that there was no probable cause in that charge, and that he should be ROR'd on that one charge.
Okay.
That's correct.
Yeah, I had a note about that as well.
Oh.
Very well. All right, Mr. Davidson, you are charged with trespass on property, first-degree misdemeanor, assault on a law enforcement officer, a first-degree misdemeanor, and resisting an officer without violence, a first-degree misdemeanor. Do you have an attorney, sir?
Yes,
Who's your attorney?
I'm not sure yet.
Oh, okay, so you're going to hire someone.
Yes,
All right, so as I said in the beginning, do you want to go forward with your first appearance hearing today? Or do you want to come back tomorrow and try to get your attorney to appear for you tomorrow?
I just want to know what my bond is. That's it.
Okay, well, that's what I'm here to do, but in order to do that, I have to have your first appearance hearing. So if you want to go forward today without your attorney, it's probably not going to change anything, but you have to make that decision whether you want to try to hire somebody later and go forward with this today or no.
We can continue it.
So then I guess he would not be ROR'd then on the assault charge if we're not going forward today. Because he's no bond on that one charge. I don't know if he knows that, but he's no bond on the assault on law enforcement.
Okay. So the assistant public defender that's here in court is who was just talking. Your bonds on the trespass is $1,000. On the resisting without violence is $1,000. Your no bond that you were being held on was the assault on law enforcement officer, and the state and she have agreed, and I think it's appropriate that you be released on your own recognizance as to that charge. So, but that would happen if you went forward today. So the question is, are we going forward today or we come back tomorrow?
You can continue it.
Okay, continue in legal means set it for another day. You want to go forward today or you want to come back another day?
Are we not saying the same thing, Your Honor? We're saying the
I don't
same
know.
thing
When
to
you're
each
saying
other. We're saying the same thing to each other.
Listen,
Continuing.
when you say continue it, what that means in a courtroom is we're not going forward today, we're going forward tomorrow. I just want to make sure that what you're asking for is what you actually mean. Do you want to continue this to tomorrow, or do you want to go forward with this today as discussed?
No further information. I don't want to speak anymore.
All right, bring him back tomorrow.
Step on over there. This is James Fleming, Your Honor.
Thank you. morning, Mr. Fleming. You're charged with possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. That's a second-degree felony. Do you have an attorney?
No, ma'am.
Can you afford to hire an attorney?
No, ma'am.
All right, I'll provisionally appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. And I previously reviewed the arrest affidavit, and I find probable cause for the charge. Let me see what your history is here. It's got to be out of state. Assault or battery. Okay. Show up on CCIS. All right, so any recommendations? All right, Mr. Fleming, I'm going to set your bond at $25,000. If you are able to post that bond, you are to have no firearms. No firearms.
Yes, ma'am.
Whether anyone gives them to you or not, free or not, no firearms in your possession as a condition of your trial release.
All right.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Tobias Giles. Tobias, I'll put your names all day long.
Good morning, Mr. Giles. You are charged with possession of methamphetamine, a third-degree felony, and possession of drug paraphernalia, a first-degree misdemeanor. Do you have an attorney? Who's talking?
I have a public defender already because I had went to court already. I've been locked up since June 20th.
Okay.
These are add-on charges.
These are add-on charges, all right. So, well, if they need me to appoint that same public defender to handle these other charges, then I will provisionally appoint them as well. And probable cause has already been found by Judge Ramirez. And the bonds are set at $5,000 on the possession of methamphetamine and $1,000 on the drug paraphernalia.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Next is Paul Grant.
Mr. Grant's here on a transport order from the state hospital that Judge Pinkett signed.
We're on the code D now for first appearance.
There's a hearing set on July 15th at 1 p.m. So I don't know that there's any new charges, but
I don't think so. I think it's just, he was just brought back on the pending charges.
okay. All right, Mr. Grant, you have a hearing on July 15th at 1 p.m.
All right.
Thank you.
Damien Green.
Anderson, the Defender's Office. I have one stipulation with the state, and that's regarding the trespass and posted construction site.
Okay.
That there's probable cause for a lesser charge of trespass on property other than a structural conveyance of first-degree misdemeanor instead of the felony, since there's no allegation of proper posting in the affidavit.
Okay.
And that was it.
Thanks.
That's correct, Chairman.
All right, Mr. Green, you're charged with resisting an officer without violence, a first-degree misdemeanor. The next charge came in as trespass on a posted construction site, a third-degree felony. However, the public defender here in court and the state have agreed that probable cause only exists for a first-degree misdemeanor, which is trespass on a property other than a structure conveyance. And you also have a charge of unarmed burglary of an unoccupied dwelling, a second-degree felony. And then you have an arrest warrant for another case for a charge of unarmed burglary of an occupied dwelling, a felony in the second degree, and criminal mischief between $200 and $1,000, a first-degree misdemeanor. Do you have an attorney?
No, ma'am.
Are you able to afford to hire an attorney?
No, ma'am.
All right, I'll provisionally appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you.
Ma'am, you read off the arrest warrant and the other burglary. That's the same thing.
Why did
I only have one burglary charge, and that was off the arrest warrant.
You know, there's two different cases. There's an older case from June 20th, and then there's a newer case.
Okay. So that was the public defender that's here in court speaking. Apparently, there's two separate cases.
Burglary?
You're going to have to get with your public defender, sort it out. They can talk to you about that. But yes, all the charges that I read, one of them came in as an arrest warrant for a burglary. Okay, I need, where's the PC on the arrest warrant? Because I have to set a bond.
Because
Okay, hang on, hang on. Oh, that's right. That's the one. All right, I have reviewed the probable cause affidavit and find probable cause for the non-warrant charge, and the warrant charge, probable cause was previously determined by another judge that signed the arrest warrant. So now we have to determine what your bonds are. Yeah, this is absolutely a domestic charge. I mean, they didn't put it that way. All right, so what's the history? Oh, never mind, I already looked at it. All right. I previously reviewed your history, Mr. Green. As I said, I've reviewed the probable cause in both of these cases, and the bonds are going to be set as follows. On the unarmed burglary, the one with the criminal mischief, based on your history, I'm going to set that bond at $25,000. If you're able to bond out on that, you would have no contact with your baby's mother, who is the victim in this case. You would have no matches or incendiary devices in your possession. And you are not to go within 500 feet of her house, employment, or school. And let's see, so you're not to have any firearms, guns, weapons, ammunitions, or knives. All right, as to the criminal mischief, your bond will be set at $1,000. On the resisting an officer without violence, bond will be set at $1,000. The trespass, other than a construction, or other than a dwelling or conveyance, the first degree misdemeanor, that will also be set at $1,000. And the unarmed burglary of a dwelling, that's going to be set at $15,000. Also, no contact with the victims, or no going within 500 feet of them, of that location where the burglary took place, or their school, or any place, their employment. And your firearms, let's see what else we have.
So how much my bond is now?
That needs to go on the unarmed burglary with the criminal mischief. That needs to go on the one that had the arrest warrant.
Yes,
That's where the fire was set.
But for condition purposes, do you want me to put it on number 26, which is not?
I don't know what you mean by 26. Oh, you mean, oh, I see, I'm
It's
sorry.
condition 26, it's no possession of accelerant, or I can add it to 27, I can just type it in. It's up to you, Joe.
Okay, well, we can check that. And then, I mean, it kind of goes hand in hand, doesn't it? Okay, so
So I
let's
can just
add it to 26. I'm sorry, you were saying the number, I didn't know what you meant. All right, so do we cover all the bonds that need to be set? Yes. All right. All right, Mr. Green, we got all your bonds set, we got all your pretrial conditions in place. So if you bond out, you have to abide by those conditions. And the no contact applies even if you don't bond out. Okay?
Okay, how much my whole bond is? And,
43,000.
all right.
Next is Bradley Hildenbrand.
All right. Why is it spelled Hilden on my docket? What's the correct spelling of your name, sir?
Hildenbrand.
All right, let's get that corrected. That's what I thought. All right. Mr. Hildenbrand, you're charged with possession of methamphetamine, a third-degree felony, and possession of drug paraphernalia, a first-degree misdemeanor. Do you have an attorney?
No,
Can you afford to hire an attorney?
no, ma'am.
All right, I'll provisionally appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. Give me 1 second. All right, as you find probable cause for the charge, your bond is set at $5,000 on the possession of methamphetamine and $1,000 on the possession of drug paraphernalia. And your next court date is August 4th. Thank you.
Dave Hughes.
Sanderson Public Defender's Office. I do want to weigh the reading of his felony charge is out of New York State.
Yes, ma'am.
I do want to weigh the reading of that charge, and we public defender can be appointed to this type of charge if he does want us to be appointed on this
For the
case.
extradition, right?
Yes,
Yes,
Your Honor.
ma'am. All right. Mr. Hughes? All right. Mr. Hughes, you have a warrant out of New York State. The public defender here in court is waiving the reading of those charges out loud. Are you aware of what the charges are?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and they have indicated that they are willing to extradite you, and you are entitled to an attorney for the extradition process. So do you have an attorney for that?
No, ma'am.
Can you afford to hire an attorney for that?
No.
All right, I will provisionally appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you for the purpose of the extradition, and they'll be in contact with you for that process, but basically, it's going to involve, we can't do anything with your New York charge. You have to get up there one way or the other to deal with it, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. Have a nice day.
Next is Jeffrey Jardina.
Sanderson Public Defender's Office. I do want to weigh the reading of his one secondary felony charge and any special conditions of pretrial release that would go with that charge.
And the stated felonies free from protection.
He's already been informed of it, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Jarzina, you are charged with battery of first-degree misdemeanor, another count of battery of first-degree misdemeanor. So you have 2 counts of first-degree misdemeanor battery, then you have another second-degree felony that they're waiving the reading out loud on, and you also have a warrantless VOP affidavit for the charge you were on probation for. All right, are you aware of what the charge is, the second-degree felony? You're aware of what you're charged with there?
I believe so.
Okay. All right, do you have a lawyer?
No.
Can you afford to hire a lawyer?
Nope.
All right, I'll provisionally appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. Give me 1 second. All right, find probable cause for the charges as listed and for the violation of. Thank you. All right, based on your history, I'm going to set the bond on the battery charges at $2,000 each count. As far as the second-degree felony, the one that we didn't say, the state is filing a motion for pretrial detention. What that means is they're trying to establish whether or not you're going to be held in custody on that charge or whether you're going to have a bond. And there's going to be a hearing, when, next Friday, Mrs. Clark?
Thursday.
Thursday. On Thursday, you're going to go in your division for a hearing on this motion, and then they'll determine whether or not you'll be held without bond on that particular charge. Okay? And as to your violation of probation, that's a no bond because it's a violation of probation. So unfortunately, regardless of any of the other outcome of this, at least on the violation of probation, you'll be held no bond on that. And your arraignment date is going to be August 4th. But you'll still go on your pretrial detention motion on Thursday. All right?
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Carl Johnson.
All right, Mr. Johnson, you have failed to appear for arraignment on a trespass charge, which is a first-degree misdemeanor. And let's see.
Your Honor, as Sanderson Public Defender's Office, I really doubt that it's a no bond on this. I would point out that in the comments for the actually FTA cases, this is ROR with good address and court date. A lot of times the no bond, for some reason, they don't include the until first appearance part on the no bond on the CAPIS, but with the ROR with the good address, it sounds like this was an unserved summons type case or something.
All right, Mr. Johnson, do you have an address?
No, ma'am, I'm a homeless man.
Okay. All right, well, Judge Stamey was okay with letting you out if you had an address and to give you another court date. But if there's nowhere where we can send you mail, then that's the difficulty.
Oh, Lighthouse?
Oh, Lighthouse? Do you know what that address is?
No, it's in Lakeland.
Is he actually staying at Lighthouse Ministries?
Are you actually staying there? Or if you get out, you're gonna go stay there?
I go around when I can.
Okay. Well, will they let you stay there? Because if you're gonna be getting mail there, you have to go get it. Yeah, I mean, you have to be there. That's the bottom line. Is there any reason you couldn't stay there?
Y'all.
No? I didn't understand what you meant, sir.
I think he said y'all.
The court system, the law system, how y'all work.
They won't let you stay there because of that?
Correct.
Okay. Will they let you get mail there?
Yes, I come and get breakfast, I get lunch and dinner.
So he just goes there.
Oh, okay. So you go in the daytime, you just can't spend the night?
Correct.
Okay. All right. So do we have that address, folks?
It's 215 East Magnolia Street in Lakeland.
Okay, so 215 East Magnolia. All right, what's the court date?
He used to give him, I gave him one back in Lakeland.
So this,
Gave him, I was using him on his address and he goes back to Lakeland.
yeah, he go back to Lakeland.
Okay. All right. In the Lakeland courthouse. All right, so Mr. Johnson, with that address, you're going to be released today. All right?
Okay. Oh, yes, ma'am.
All
We'll go
right.
pick up my paperwork.
Get your paperwork, make sure that they're going to put the address of the Lighthouse Ministry as your address, so make sure you keep up with them with your mail.
All right, then, love. Thank you. Thank you
Hang
very
on,
much.
hang
Thank
on.
you.
You're next. Listen, wait a minute.
Okay, yes, I'm sure ready to go home. Yes, back to my tree. Okay, yes, ma'am.
Listen, your next court date is July 29th.
So the 29th instead of 28th, okay? Yes, ma'am.
Get somebody to write that down for you. July 29th at 8:30 in the morning.
You want to call it defender, Your Honor?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Y'all mind writing that down for me, sir? Okay.
All right, and that's at the Lakeland Courthouse. You know where that's at?
Yes, ma'am, I think I do if it's still in the same spot it's been all this time.
I think so. All right. Now, do you have an attorney on this charge?
No, ma'am. Can't afford now, can't.
Can't afford to hire one? Okay, I'll provisionally appoint the Office of the Public Defender to help you out on that.
That'd
Okay?
be to the courthouse then.
Yep. That'll be at
Okay,
the
then.
courthouse. So July 29th at 8:30. Make sure you make it or you're going to get another arrest warrant probably.
That's what
Okay?
it's gonna, oh, yes, ma'am, then. Try not to let that be the 29th.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
All right.
All
Have
right,
a good day.
sure.
Next is David Jones, Your Honor.
Your Honor, good morning. It's the interpreter again. I apologize for the interruption, but we will have a Creole interpreter logging in at 10.
10. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. It'll be Mr. Pierre Georges.
Okay. Very well. Thank you, ma'am. All right. So
You're
this
welcome.
is Mr.
David Jones.
David Jones. Thank you. All right. Mr. Jones, you are charged with battery on a firefighter or emergency medical personnel. It's a third-degree felony. And do you have an attorney?
No, ma'am.
Can you afford to hire an attorney?
No, ma'am.
All right, I'll provisionally appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. Give me 1 second here to look at your probable cause. All right, I do find probable cause for the charge. And why is he held no bond?
I think it's the nature of the charge.
Okay. I just, sometimes I'm confused by
Yes.
why they come in that way. All right. Let's see. Recent charges, does he not have probation? No, okay. All right, sirs, based on your fairly extensive history, I'm going to set your bond at $10,000. Are there any requested conditions?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right. And your next court date is August 4th or 26th at 8:15. Thank you.
Next is Zakari King, Your Honor. And he's already been informed of the 2 charges.
Thank you, Your Honor. And Sanderson Public Defender's Office, I did want to waive the reading of those 2 charges. They're both looks like they're F1s, and that's the 777.04 charges that I'm waiving the reading of.
The state's calling motion for pretrial detention on both charges.
Fine.
You want me to read everything except those two?
Correct, Your
All
Honor.
right. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
You're charged with a number of things, so hang tight. I'm going to read them all off to you. Using a firearm or displaying a firearm during a felony, that's a second-degree felony. Improper exhibition of a firearm, a first-degree misdemeanor. Aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, there's 5 counts of that. So 5 times aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Those are all felonies in the 3rd degree. Discharging a firearm in public, a first-degree misdemeanor. Attempted armed burglary of a structure, a second-degree felony. Shooting a missile into a dwelling, vehicle, building, or aircraft, a second-degree felony. And false information of law enforcement regarding a missing person or a felony, that's a first-degree misdemeanor. You have 2 additional charges that the public defender here in court has asked that I not read out loud, and the bailiff has informed me that you have been made aware of what those charges are. Is that correct?
Correct.
Both of those are first-degree felonies. And do you have a lawyer, sir?
No, ma'am.
Can you afford to hire a lawyer?
No, ma'am.
I'll provisionally appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you.
In order for clarification, the motion for pretrial detention is on those 2 counts and the attempted armed burglary.
Okay. So I'm going to set bonds on your other charges, but there are 3 charges that the state is filing a motion for pretrial detention on. And what that means is there's going to be a hearing to determine whether or not you're going to be held in custody with no bond on those charges. When is that hearing going to be, Ms. Lauren?
It'll be Thursday at 1 o'clock.
Okay, so Thursday at 1 o'clock, you're going to go to your, to a regular division judge, and they're going to, you'll have your public defender at that point, and they're going to make a determination as to whether you're going to be held no bond on those 3 charges. So that's the attempted armed burglary, and then the other 2 charges that we did not read out loud. As to the other charges, let me see, does he have? Made a note. As actually, I previously reviewed the probable cause affidavit. I do find probable cause for all the charges. And I previously reviewed the prior history. Yeah, I reviewed it yesterday. All right, so I'm just going to go down the list. On the attempted armed burglary, that's going to be no bond pending the motion for pretrial detention that the state has filed. With the aggravated assault, deadly weapon. Those are all 3rd degree felonies. The bond on each of those is going to be $5,000 on all 5 of those. Using a firearm during a felony, the bond is going to be $15,000. That's a second-degree felony. Improper exhibition of a firearm is a first-degree misdemeanor. The bond's going to be $1,000. And then no bond on counts 9 and 10. Those are the other 2 that the state's filed this motion on. And discharging a firearm in public is a first-degree misdemeanor. The bond's going to be $1,000. Shooting a deadly missile or shooting a missile into a dwelling. Actually, there's 2 counts of that, if I didn't say that. 2 counts of shooting into a dwelling. Those are both felonies in the 2nd degree. Those are both going to be $15,000 bond. And false information to law enforcement is a first-degree misdemeanor. That's going to be $1,000. Okay. Okay, the pretrial detention motion is counts 9 and 10 and count 1. Okay, that was a lot of information. Do you understand what I'm saying, Mr. King?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can talk to your public defender. They can work out the rest of the details with you. To be back to court on Thursday.
Next up is Julian Link.
Sanders Smith, Public Defender's Office. I do want to waive the reading of his 1 secondary felony charge and any special conditions of pretrial release.
And he's been informed, Your Honor.
The state's filing a motion for pretrial detention.
All right. All right, good morning, Mr. Lee. The public defender here in court has indicated that they want me to not say out loud what your charges are, but you've been made aware. It's a second-degree felony. And I have previously, well, let me strike that. Just back up a little bit. Do you have a lawyer on this?
No, ma'am.
Are you, do you have the, can you afford to hire a lawyer?
No, ma'am.
All right, I provisionally appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. And I have previously reviewed the probable cause affidavit. I do find probable cause. And the state has filed a motion for pretrial detention. And as I was explaining to the last young man, this is to be determined whether or not you're going to be held in custody without bond. Is this hearing on Thursday too?
Yes,
Lauren? Okay. So you're going to get your public defender and be able to talk to them, but there's going to be a hearing in front of a regular judge as far as whether or not you're going to be held without bond. That's going to happen on Thursday. Okay, so I'm going to leave you, because they filed this motion, I'm going to leave you set at no bond for now. And then the judge on Thursday will decide what's going to happen. Okay? And after that, your arraignment date is August 4th.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
Nicholas Lou,
Senator Smith with the
and
Public
he's
Defender's
been
Office.
informed off, Your Honor.
He does have a private attorney, Sarah Jones, I believe, on this case. He's got Sarah
Okay.
Jones.
All
The
right.
state's filing a motion for pretrial detention.
All right. I don't see Miss Jones here. Is this an add-on charge?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, so Mr. Liu, I've been informed that you have Miss Jones as your attorney, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so they filed what they call an add-on charge. So basically, whatever's happened in the meantime, they've determined that there's a basis to file an additional charge related to the same case that you've already been handling. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And probable cause has already been established by another judge, the signus capias, and it's indicating that it should be no bond at this point. That was Judge Carpenini. Okay. Are his other charges no bond currently? Okay. All right. So this is more of a formality to let you know of that you've been charged with an additional charge. They've asked me not to read it out loud, but you're aware of what the new charge is. Are you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So just be in contact with Ms. Jones. And what's his next court date?
Motion here to be Thursday at 1.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so the state's filed a motion for pretrial detention on this new charge as well. So you're going to have a hearing on Thursday to determine whether or not you're going to be held with no bond on this charge like the others, okay?
Okay.
So if you talk to Ms. Jones, let her know there's a hearing on Thursday.
Okay, is this charge gonna be ran with my same case though? Like it's all gonna be together? Or is it a
Yes.
separate?
Part of the same case, it has the same case number. That's why they
Okay.
call it an add-on charge. So it's just
All right.
something that's come up that they've decided to make it part of that, okay?
All right, thank you.
Next up is Lawrence Money.
Your Honor, Attorney Nicole Gaines here for Mr. Money.
Okay, good morning, Ms. Gaines.
Morning.
Where's Mr. Money? All right. So, Mr. Money, you're charged with domestic violence, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, a third-degree felony. Ms. Gaines is here online for you in court. So we can skip that question about whether you have an attorney because she's here. And give me 1 second to review this. According to the victim contact from pretrial release, the victim, who is your father, I believe, says he doesn't have any objection to you getting out of jail, and he is not asking for no contact order. Let's see. He thinks you need to get a psychological evaluation and get some medication. But he does want you out of jail. So that's good for you. Ms. Gaines, did you have anything else?
No, Your Honor, I just knew that, that what his father was wishing, so I was making sure that he got a bond and that he would be allowed to have contact.
Yes, ma'am. That was the next three, right? Yeah, can I see it first? Application. They must run it through when he applies for some. Okay. All right, Mr. Money, I'm going to set your bond at $5,000. I'm not going to put a no contact order in based on what your father, the victim, told the pretrial release folks. I am going to say it's no violent contact with your father, and don't possess any weapons. Be pointing any knives at anybody, okay?
Understood.
All right. Court date, arraignment, August 4th, 8:15.
Step on that with Mr. Money. Next is Arrow Nusinka.
Thank you, Ms. Gaines. Last name again?
Arrow Nusinko, Nusenko.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good morning. All right, Mr. Nusinko, you're charged with driving under the influence of first-degree misdemeanor. And do you have an attorney?
Your Honor, I actually was walking, not driving.
Okay, do you have an attorney?
I do not.
Okay, can you afford to hire an attorney?
I cannot.
Okay, I want to privilegely appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. All right, and I've reviewed the probable cause affidavit. I do find probable cause. Looks like there's at least 3 prior DUIs and just recently got off probation for DUI, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Probation September of last year.
September. All right, and Ms. Lauren, do you have any requests for a particular bond amount or pretrial conditions?
Your Honor, since he was on probation for since he just got off probation for DUI, we would ask for a $2,500 bond at this point. Okay. And then no alcohol or bars as conditions and random screens.
Okay. All right, Mr. Kusenko, I'm going to set your bond at $2,500. The conditions are that you do not consume any alcohol, you do not go into any bars, and that you're subject to random screenings. What do you ask for random screenings for urine or breath?
Both.
Both, okay. All right. All right. And your next court is going to be July 24th, Mr. Kusenko, 8:30.
Is there any way to postpone that, Your Honor?
She gave you bonds, that's the left. Next is Troy Rogers.
All right. Rogers, you're charged with driving with license suspended or revoked. That is a second-degree misdemeanor. Do you have an attorney?
Gonna try to get one.
Okay. So the question is, do you want to go forward with your first appearance hearing today? Or do you want to come back tomorrow with your attorney, knowing that if you get an attorney later, they can jump on the case at any time?
I'm willing to go forward, yes.
Okay. All right, well, for right now, you're set for no bond on this charge. Let's see what kind of bond we're going to give you. When I was looking at this yesterday, I'm showing he's on probation at 25 CT 4262. Can you all check on that? All right, Mr. Rogers, do you want me to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you in the meantime, just in case you can't get someone?
Yes, ma'am, that'll be fine.
All right, can you afford to get anybody while you're kind of stuck there in jail?
I'm gonna try. I have to just make a few phone calls, so I don't know.
Well, here's the deal. I can provisionally appoint them for the public defender if you qualify. You're gonna have to fill out a form. If you make too much money or you have too many assets, then you may not qualify. But I'll go ahead and provisionally appoint them right now,
Okay.
presuming that you qualify.
Thank you.
All right.
I think he still is on probation at CT 25-4262 because it looks like he just got put on probation in February.
Yes, right, okay. And
So the state would ask for an instigator to be issued since he allegedly was driving on a DUI suspension.
okay, so that was on probation for DUI, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so we'll do an instant warrant on the violation. So because you got arrested on a new charge, it's violating your probation. So there's going to be, you're going to have no bond on the probation. 25 CT 4262. Right. All right.
Oh, really?
So,
No.
bond on the probation violation on the driving on suspended. Two. All right, bond will be $1,000.
Defender to also be pointed to the VOP case.
Yes,
and the
yes,
VOP
ma'am.
case.
Provisionally appoint the public defender on the violation of probation on 25 CT 4262.
And ask that the VOP be set with the new charge at the same court date.
Okay. And so that's 7/24, right? Yes, ma'am. All right. VOP with the new charge, next court date, July 24th. Thank you.
Next is Nicholas Santiago.
Oh, excuse me.
All right, Mr. Santiago, you're charged with armed trafficking and fentanyl, life felony, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, a second-degree felony, and tampering with physical evidence, a third-degree felony. Do you have an attorney?
No, ma'am.
Can you afford to hire an attorney?
No, ma'am.
All right, I'll provisionally appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. And I previously reviewed the probable cause affidavit. I do find probable cause.
And Your Honor, the state would ask for the armed trafficking to remain at no bond at this point since it's a life felony.
All right. I have reviewed his record, which is extensive, extremely extensive. And based on that record and the state's request, I will leave the armed trafficking at no bond. Possession of a firearm by a convicted felon is secondary felony. That's going to be a $15,000 bond, and the tampering will be $5,000. So your bonds are totally $20,000, but the armed trafficking, you're being held no bond at this point. Your next court date is August 4th at 8:15.
I can step on this. The last one at South County is Jeffrey Spalding, Your Honor.
Senator Smith, Public Defender's Office. I do want to waive the reading of one of his first-degree misdemeanor charges. I have no objection to the resisting without violence charge being announced.
Yes, ma'am.
And he's already been informed of it, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Spalding, you are charged with resisting an officer without violence, a first-degree misdemeanor, and you are charged with another charge that they don't want me to say out loud, but it's a first-degree misdemeanor, and the bailiff tells me that you've been informed of what that is. Is that correct? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have a lawyer?
No, ma'am.
Can you afford to hire a lawyer?
No, ma'am.
All right.
No,
I'll
Your Honor.
I'll provisionally appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. All right, on the resisting an officer without violence, your bond is set at $1,000. Let me see what oh wait, strike that, I didn't get to your PC yet. Let me back up. All right, do you find probable cause for both counts? Let's see. What history? All right, on the count that they didn't want me to read out loud, I'm going to set your bond at $2,500, sir. All right, thank you. Have a nice day.
Thanks, that's everybody south, Your Honor.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Take care.
All right, and we have the Creole interpreter online.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. All right, so we need Jolene Saint-Just.
Est-ce que nous avons une Dieudonne Saint-Just, s'il vous plaît?
Oui.
Okay, this is her?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Ms. Saint-Just, you are charged with leaving the scene of a crash involving property damage, a second-degree misdemeanor.
Donc, Madame Saint-Just, accusation yo gen contre c'est ou t'es sauvé après ou t'es entré dans un accident qui était la cause dommage propriété au monde qui c'est en deuxième degré Tizak.
Do you have a lawyer?
Est-ce que vous avez un avocat, madame?
Non.
Non.
Can you afford to hire a lawyer?
Est-ce que vous avez assez de moyens pour payer pour un avocat privé?
Non.
Non.
I will provisionally appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you.
Yon façon provisoire m'a pas assigné avocat pour défense publique là pour représenter ou.
Merci.
Thank you.
I've reviewed the probable cause affidavit and I find probable cause for the charge.
Moi regarder dossier affidavit là et moi que gen bon jan raison pour accusation. Hein?
OK.
Okay.
All right. I don't see any history on here. I'm going to set your...
She does have her history.
She does have her? Okay, sorry. All right, give me 1 second. Oh, okay. What's her status?
The reason she's been unable to verify her immigration status.
I have reviewed your history
Mwen gade dosye histwa nan peyi an.
From the state of Georgia.
Soti nan l'Etat de Georgia.
It's not much, but there's something there.
Pa gen pil bagay la, men gen kek ti bagay kanmen.
Based on that and the inability to verify your immigration status,
Avek histwa ke nou gen sou, avek nou pa kapab verifiye estati imigrasyon,
I'm going to set your bond at $2,500.
ma mette bon pou yo talage yo a $2,500.
Okay, your next court date is July 24th at 8:30.
Prochaine date tribunal c'est 24 juillet à 8h30.
Thank you.
OK. Merci un peu.
Do you want to make an announcement, sir? I don't think we have anybody else, but double check.
Sure, Your Honor. Est-ce qu'il y a l'autre monde qui besoin de service interprète tribunal créole là? C'est lui-même. C'est lui-même.
No more for CCJ.
I'm sorry, what did?
We have no more for Creole for Central.
Thank you. Yeah, somebody in the front row was stretching and it looked like she was raising her hand. All right. So, all right. Thank you, Mr. Interpreter.
All right, thank you, Your Honor. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Your Honor, and good morning. Would you like for the Spanish interpreter to make an announcement?
We do have one more here at CCJ that did say he needed an interpreter, ma'am. Perez
Okay,
Lopez.
Okay.
Perez hyphen Lopez, first name Marco.
All right. Marco Perez Lopez. All right. You're charged with resisting an officer without violence, a first degree misdemeanor.
Bien, se le acusa de resistirse a las autoridades sin violencia, un delito menor en el primer grado.
Do you have an attorney?
¿Usted tiene abogado?
No, no tengo.
No, I do not have one.
Can you afford to hire an attorney?
¿Usted tiene los medios para contratar un abogado?
No, no.
No, no.
Okay, I'll provisionally appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you.
Bien, provisionalmente le voy a asignar un abogado de oficio público que lo represente.
Okay.
Okay.
I reviewed the probable cause affidavit, and I do find probable cause for the charge.
Y he revisado el affidavit de motivo fundado y hallo que hay motivo fundado para el cargo.
Okay, está bien.
All right.
Okay, and let me look and see if you have any history.
Y bien, permítame mirar para ver si usted tiene antecedentes.
Okay, está bien.
Okay, all right.
I don't see anything there. Is there something I'm missing? No. Okay. All right, so I am going to, excuse me one second. I am going to set your bond in the amount of $1,000 on this charge.
Bien, entonces por este cargo le voy a fijar una fianza en la cantidad de $1,000.
Okay,
Okay,
but you
está bien.
Okay, all right, yes.
you do have an ICE hold.
Usted tiene una orden de detención de inmigración.
Okay, so if you bond out on this, you're still going to be in custody of ICE, okay?
Así que si usted presta la fianza en relación al delito, aún como quiera va a estar bajo la detención de inmigración.
Okay, está bien.
Just
Okay,
so you
all
know.
right. Para que
Okay,
usted entienda.
Ajá.
okay.
Ajá.
Thank you.
Gracias.
That should be all the interpreting cases at Central Judge.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Yes, ma'am. Have a great day.
Thank you. You too.
Starting with the females, last name is Alfred, first name Anissa.
All right. Ms. Alfred, you're charged with domestic violence battery, first degree misdemeanor. Do you have an attorney?
No, ma'am.
Can you afford to hire an attorney?
No, ma'am.
All right, I provisionally appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. I previously reviewed the probable cause affidavit. I did find probable cause. And do we have any input from the sister?
It's in the last number.
Okay, so they tried to contact your sister to see if she had any objection to getting out of jail or if she wanted any more contact with you. And the number that they were given was missing the last number, so they couldn't get in contact with her. So at this point, I'm going to set a bond for you, but I'm going to put conditions that you don't have any contact with your sister. And do you have someplace else that you can go for a little bit and stay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. So, and you have an open diversion case that you're on, misdemeanor for diversion?
Yes, Your Honor.
That may be coming back, depending on what they decide to do with that. Okay, but at this point, I'm going to set a $1,000 bond for you. And conditions are no contact with your sister and stay 500 feet away from the house there. You can make one trip with law enforcement to pick up your, some personal items, clothes, toothbrush, things like that.
Okay.
If your sister doesn't have any objection at some later point, the public defender that you have can talk to you about what your options are as far as modifying the conditions if she doesn't care if you come back home. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Last name Clark, first name was Sean.
And they don't have your paperwork handy. One second.
She has an open case.
Open, like she's on bond on something else?
Yes, ma'am, CF 25-2312.
Hang on, Ms. Clark, they're still trying to find your paperwork. All right, we got it.
I'm not sure if she was out on bond or conditional release.
Oh,
But she's been found competent on that case now.
So it's a competency case, which was wrong.
Oh, okay. All right, but she has been determined to be competent on that case?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. All right, so Ms. Clark, you're charged with petty theft. Get the rest of it. I'm sorry. Petty theft is a second offense, and that's 2 separate counts. They're both first-degree misdemeanors. Do you have a lawyer?
No, ma'am.
Can you afford to hire a lawyer?
No, ma'am.
Okay, I'll provisionally appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. I'm sorry.
I think she's still on conditional release.
I reviewed the probable cause affidavit. I did find probable cause for the charges. All right, so what does that mean if she's on conditional release for the CF 25-2312?
Yeah, she's technically not out on bond or pretrial release because she was on conditional release. And she was incompetent, but went through training and has now been found competent. So I don't think we can park her at this point.
Okay. All right, so now let's go back to the recommendation. Is that all her history, or is there more?
That's the only thing locally. That's the only thing I see locally is that open case.
Okay. There's a lot of stuff out of Orange County.
This case is still pending.
Yeah, but she's not. She's on CR for her. That's what they're saying. All right, Ms. Clark, you have a fairly extensive history out of Orlando or out of Orange County. These are first-degree misdemeanors. I'm going to set your bond at $2,500 on each count, so it's a total of $5,000 bond on that count. You still have your other case pending that you're on conditional release for, and are those going to be on the same court date?
These,
Yes.
Oh, because they're misdemeanors.
yes, these are going to a different court.
Okay, all right. So you have two different courts because these are misdemeanors and the case that you have you're on conditional release for is a felony. So this court date is going to be July 24th at 8:30.
Your other case.
The other
All right.
case is set for
Pre-trial.
August 6th, I think.
When?
August 6th
August 6th, at what time?
1 p.m.
at 1.
All right. So you got two court dates, and I forgot.
July 24th.
July 24th at 8:30, and then you have your felony cases August 6th at 1 p.m.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right, so if you bond out, don't go back to 7-Eleven, all right?
Yes, ma'am.
So that's no contact with the victim on that.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Judge, but Cassandra Grigger, she bonded, so she's not here.
Okay.
Next one is Espinal, first name Mary.
Ms. Espinal, you charged with domestic violence battery, a first-degree misdemeanor. Do you have an attorney?
No.
Did we bring her back from yesterday? Ma'am, were you here yesterday?
No. This is
Okay.
my first time.
Okay. Just checking.
Okay, no problem.
All right, so you have first-degree misdemeanor, and do you have an attorney, ma'am?
No, Your Honor.
Do you have, are you able to afford to hire an attorney?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll provisionally appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. All right, do we have any input from the husband? Okay, we haven't heard back from your husband. I checked last night and there wasn't anything in there. I wanted to double check today. We weren't able to contact him.
But she has another one as well. She was recommended.
Okay. All right, so pretrial services are recommending that you get straight release, ma'am, on pretrial release without a bond.
Thank you.
At this point, we haven't heard from your husband. I don't know what his position's going to be as far as having contact with you. So what we have to do for right now, we can release you on pretrial release, but it has to be with no contact with him.
No problem.
Is there someplace else you can stay for now?
I'll have to contact some family members and for them to pick me up and then them for pick up my car in the house.
Okay.
And I'll stay over there.
Okay. All right, so don't go back to the house, don't have any contact with him until further order of the court. Now, you may get into, once you talk to your public defender, they may be able to modify the conditions if they are able to talk to your husband or they can
Okay,
figure out
If he does, do any changes, does he have to contact you guys directly?
Nobody's going to contact me. Nobody's going to contact the court. You need to contact your public defender. They'll know what to
Okay.
do.
No problem.
Defender's office, since they have the same address and she's not going to be allowed to live there anymore, can she have a one-time with law enforcement to get her stuff out of the house within 48 hours?
Of course. So, ma'am, you can go back to the house one time with a law enforcement escort to get your belongings, to get, some clothes and a toothbrush and that kind of stuff, okay?
Okay, because my vehicle's in the car too, in the house
Okay.
also.
Yep. Get your car. All right. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Next one, last name Finney, first name Brittany.
All right, Ms. Finney, you are charged with failure to appear for arraignment. You had possession of methamphetamine, a third-degree felony, possession of oxycodone, a third-degree felony, and possession of drug paraphernalia, a first-degree misdemeanor. And Mr. Carpenini had already found probable cause for that and issued a capias. The bonds are set at $10,000 on each of the felony counts and $2,000 on the misdemeanor. So that's $22,000 total. If you are able to bond out, your conditions are going to be as standard pretrial conditions, and you will have a GPS monitor.
And she already has public defender in this.
Right, okay. You already have a public defender appointed on your case, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you.
Done with her, Judge?
Yep.
Last name Jenkins, first name Tracy.
All right. Ms. Jenkins, you are charged with attaching tag not assigned to second-degree misdemeanor, operating with no motor vehicle registration, a second-degree misdemeanor, and driving on a license suspended or revoked the first time. It's also a second-degree misdemeanor. Do you have an attorney?
No, ma'am.
Can you afford to hire an attorney?
No, ma'am.
Okay, I'll provisionally appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. And it looks like they came in on standard bonds. My review of her prior record is she has 4 priors for exactly the same charges that were, I think they were within the last year, if I'm not mistaken. Look at the dates. 2025, December of 2025. So based on those same charges, I will set the bond at $500 each count. So the total bond is going to be $1,500, ma'am. If you are able to bond out, condition is no driving.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And your court date's going to be July 24th at 8:30.
Okay, thank you.
Next, last name Larry, first name Jessica.
All right. Larry, you are charged with domestic violence battery with a prior conviction. That's a 3rd-degree felony. Do you have an attorney?
No, ma'am.
Can you afford to hire an attorney?
No, ma'am.
Okay, I'll provisionally appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you.
Okay.
And I previously reviewed probable cause affidavit, and I do find probable cause for the charge. We didn't have any victim contact as of last night. Have we gotten any contact from the victim? All right. Ms. Elbert has not responded, or they haven't been able to get in contact with her, and they haven't been able to leave a message. So at this point, without any contact from her, I have to assume that she doesn't want any contact with you. Okay, are you living in the same location?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so do you have someplace else that you can stay in for a while?
Yes, ma'am. I'm Moss.
Okay, all right, so, based on your extensive history, I'm going to set your bond at $10,000. If you are able to bond out, you have no contact with Ms. Elbert, and don't go back to the house. At some point later, when you can talk to your public defender about that situation, and if any of those conditions need to be modified. In the meantime, you stay with your mom or wherever. You can go back over there one time with law enforcement to get some belongings, some clothes and a toothbrush and that kind of stuff, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and your next court date's August 4th at 8:15.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Last name Lisco, first name Erica.
All right, Ms. Lisco, you're charged with driving with license suspended or revoked, and that is a 2nd-degree misdemeanor. Do you have an attorney?
No,
And can you afford to hire an attorney?
no, I cannot.
Okay, I'll provisionally appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. I previously reviewed the probable cause affidavit. I do find probable cause for the charge. Your bond is set at $250. As long as your license is suspended, there should be no driving.
Okay.
Okay? All right. That's it. Thank you, ma'am.
Last name Lorenzo-Soto, first name Isis.
Good morning.
Good morning. 1 second, please.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, okay. All right, so Isis Lorenzo Soto. All right, so good morning, ma'am. You are charged with failure to carry motor vehicle liability insurance. It's a second-degree misdemeanor. Do you have an attorney?
No, ma'am.
Can you afford to hire an attorney?
No, ma'am.
All right, I'll provisionally appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you.
Okay.
And I do find probable cause for the charge. During the history. The history, nothing related to traffic. All right. All right, ma'am, your bond is set at $250. Sorry, you started scrolling. I'm gonna miss some. All right, your bond is set at $250, and your next court date is going to be July 24th at 8:30. Okay?
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Last name Lugo, first name Norma.
All right, good morning, Ms. Lugo. You're charged with domestic violence battery, a first-degree misdemeanor. Do you have an attorney?
No, ma'am.
Can you afford to hire an attorney?
Unfortunately not.
Okay, I'll personally appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. I have previously reviewed the probable cause affidavit, and I do find probable cause for the charge. And did we get in contact with the husband? Okay, they left a message for your husband, but we haven't heard back from him as far as his position.
She has no history in this.
Okay, pretrial services is recommending that you be placed just on straight pretrial release. Do you have someplace else that you can stay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so I'm going to release you on pretrial release with the following conditions: no contact with your husband, no going back to live there. If that needs to be modified at some point, you can talk to your public defender. They'll know what to do about that. Okay, but we don't
Yes,
have any
ma'am.
I don't know what his position is. He might be okay with it or he might not, but I have to act in an abundance of caution at this point. So
Okay.
I have to order that there's no contact, all right?
Okay.
Okay, but you're going to be straight pretrial release. Your court date is August 6th at 8:30.
In Sanderson, the Public Defender's office, I would ask that she be allowed one time with law enforcement to get her stuff out of the house within 48 hours of her release.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, so that was the public defender. And I said that, I just didn't say it this time.
Sorry.
No, I said it before, and I've been trying to get there, I just didn't say it this time. So you can go back over to the house one time with law enforcement to get your things, get some clothes and a toothbrush, and things like that, to get you
Okay.
through the next little while you're gone, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Next is Perez-Rosado, first name Olga.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Olga Perez, I can't talk. Olga Perez Rosado, there we go. And you're charged with possession of drug paraphernalia, first-degree misdemeanor, and possession of cocaine, a third-degree felony. Do you have an attorney?
No, ma'am.
Can you afford to hire an attorney?
No, ma'am.
All right, I provisionally appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. find probable cause for the charges. Your bond on the drug paraphernalia charge is set at $1,000, and on the possession of cocaine, it's set at $5,000. And your next court date's August 4th at 8:15.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Have a good day. God bless.
Next, last name Robinson, first name Jennifer.
All right, Jennifer Robinson. Ms. Robinson, you're charged with driving while license suspended or revoked, a second-degree misdemeanor for a first offense. Possession of cannabis under 20 grams, a first-degree misdemeanor. Possession of drug paraphernalia, a first-degree misdemeanor.
I didn't know my second class. I'm with, so this is the order I just came and said it.
Oh, the VOP is up in here. And you also have violation of probation on your felony case 25953.
Red.
All right, okay. I couldn't figure out why they put that right in the middle of the charges on the docket. That didn't make
I've never
sense.
been able to figure that out, Your Honor.
Pardon?
I said I've never been able to figure that out. They just, sometimes they put it, you would think it'd be separate, but it's not.
It's confusing. All right, ma'am, do you have an attorney?
No, ma'am.
The ability to hire, or the ability to afford to hire an attorney?
No, ma'am.
All right, I'll provisionally appoint the office of the public defender to represent you. Do you find probable cause for the charge and a violation of probation with the charges? And what is she on probation for? Same thing. All right, so on the possession of cannabis, I'm going to set your bond at $1,500, paraphernalia $1,500, driving on suspended license, that's $1,000. And unfortunately, on your violation of probation, that's a no bond situation. You do have court on July 24th at 8:30, but you'll be held no bond on your violation of probation. If that gets resolved, then you'll be able to bond out on the other new charges.
Same.
All right? Thank you.
So the next person, Speakman, she's unable to attend due to medical reasons.
Wait, what's the name again?
Speakman, first name Angela.
Oh, got it.
I just asked to reset for tomorrow then.
I'm gonna reset her for tomorrow.
Next one is here is St. G, S-T-G-E is the last name, first name Mercedes.
Got it. All right. So how do you say it? St. G?
St. G.
Okay, good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
All right, you're charged with domestic violence battery with a prior conviction. That's a third-degree felony, and domestic violence aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. That's also a third-degree felony. Do you have a lawyer, ma'am?
No, ma'am.
Can you afford to hire a lawyer?
No, ma'am.
All right, I will provisionally appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. Give me 1 second to look at your probable cause affidavit. This happened at the same place as the address. So I do find probable cause, but ma'am, do you live with Mr. Holder?
No, ma'am.
Okay, good. Then you don't have to move. All right. Is there history? And have we heard from him? Well, I know there's history because of the prior conviction, but we have not heard. All right, so we haven't been able to speak to Mr. Holder to determine whether he wants to have any contact with you. So it's good that you don't live together in that respect. So I'm going to set your bond, but you're going to have no contact with him until further order of whatever your division court is going to be. I don't know what his position is at this point.
Yes, ma'am.
So your bond on the domestic violence battery prior conviction is going to be set at $5,000, and on the domestic violence aggravated assault with a deadly weapon is going to be also $5,000. So it's a total of $10,000 for bond. But if you bond out, don't have any contact with him, you can go home because you don't live together. The no contact provision applies starting now, as I said earlier when I gave the speech, so you can't call him from jail or anything like that. Your next court date is going to be August 4th at 8:15.
Okay, thank you.
Next one is Thagordyal, Thakooordyal, first name Lila.
All right, so pronounce it for me.
Good morning, ma'am. It's Lilawari Takurdial.
Takurdial?
Yes.
Okay, I was wondering about that. Thank you for clarifying that.
You're welcome.
All right, so good morning, ma'am. You are charged with selling or giving someone under 21 alcohol. And I previously reviewed the probable cause affidavit, although, let me back up. Do you have an attorney, ma'am?
No, ma'am.
Can you afford to hire an attorney?
No, ma'am.
All right, I'll provisionally appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. I previously looked at the probable cause affidavit, and I do find probable cause for the charge. Is there a recommendation for her?
She has no prior history.
You couldn't clear for pretrial. All right, and all right. So, ma'am, I'm going to set your bond at $250. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, and your next court date is July 24th at 8:30.
Thank you, ma'am. And I want to say I humbly apologize for what I've done because I've been with that company for 5 years and this is my first time and I really want to say sorry.
I understand, ma'am. You shouldn't talk about your case, though.
Last name is Thomas.
Teresa Thomas?
I'm sorry, Teresa, yes, ma'am, Teresa Thomas.
Okay, just checking. All right, Ms. Thomas, you're charged with possession of cannabis under 20 grams, first degree misdemeanor. And there's that VOP popping up in the middle of there. Possession of drug paraphernalia, first degree misdemeanor. Possession of cannabis resin, a third degree felony. And then you have violation of probation that I'm going to get to in just a second. All right. Do you have a lawyer, ma'am?
No, ma'am.
Can you afford to hire a lawyer?
No, ma'am.
All right, I'll provisionally appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. All right, and if I'm probable cause for the new charges, and then you also are getting violated on your probation because you got arrested. And so all it is, 25 CF 1113. There's 5 counts of VOPs. All right, so what's the history? All right, so ma'am, on the possession of cannabis charge, I'm going to set your bond at $1,000. On the possession of drug paraphernalia, I'm going to set your bond at $1,000. On the possession of cannabis resin, the third degree felony, I'm going to set your bond at $5,000. And unfortunately, on the violation of probation charges, that's a no bond situation. So you're going to have to be, remain in custody on no bond with those. Your arraignment date on that is it the same as August 4th?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, it's August 4th at 8:15. If you get the violation of probation resolved and you're still in on the new charges, then you can bond out. But it's the violation that's holding you in custody, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
You have a good day.
Last name Warren, first name Melissa.
All right. Pick up order 15 days. All right. Ms. Warren, you're charged with giving false identification to a law enforcement officer, first-degree misdemeanor. Do you have an attorney?
No, ma'am.
Can you afford to hire an attorney?
No, ma'am.
All right, I'll provisionally appoint the office of the public defender to represent you. Check your history. Similar charge in 2023. Somewhat of a significant history. All right. I'm going to set your bond on the false identification of law enforcement at $2,000, ma'am. You also have a pickup order on child support. You were supposed to pay $300 by February 24th, it looks like. So there should be a $300 purge on that. Is that correct, Ms. Lauren?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, so that's a $300 purge, and if you can't pay that, then will they bring her back on Monday?
If she bonds out on the criminal charge, they'll bring her back the next day whenever she bonds out.
Okay.
Or if she ends up fleeing to it, whenever the criminal case is taken
When the
care of.
criminal case is resolved, okay, I should get that straight. When the criminal case is resolved, whether you bond out or whether you enter a plea or whatever happens with that, that's when the child support warrant's going to kick in. So if you're not going to bond out, just let it all remain status quo, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. All right, do you understand, Ms. Warren?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you, ma'am. Your bond is $2,000. Your court date is July 24th at 8:30.
Next, last name Webb, first name Deja.
All right, Ms. Webb, you're charged with possession of fentanyl, a third-degree felony, possession of methamphetamine, a third-degree felony, and possession of drug paraphernalia, a first-degree misdemeanor. Do you have an attorney?
No, ma'am.
Can you afford to hire an attorney?
No, ma'am.
Okay, I'll provisionally appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. Give me 1 minute to look at your probable cause affidavit. All right, I do find probable cause for the charge. I appointed the public defender, didn't I?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, just double checking. All right, let's check out the history.
Mhm.
And based on your history, I'm going to set your bond at $10,000 on the possession of fentanyl, $10,000, or excuse me, $5,000 on the possession of methamphetamine, and $1,000 on the possession of drug paraphernalia. And your next court date is going to be August 4th at 8:15.
Okay, so last of the females, last name Williams, first name Aitken.
All right, Ms. Williams, you have a warrant out of Georgia. I don't know exactly what it's for. They said they will extradite you. If you can't afford a lawyer can be appointed for you for the extradition process. So do you have a lawyer for that?
No, ma'am.
Can you afford to hire a lawyer?
No, ma'am.
I will provisionally appoint the Office of the Public Defender to assist you with the extradition process. And that's really all I know at this point. They're willing to extradite you, so they have to, once you get through that process, you're going to have to deal with them on whatever it is that you have to deal with up there, okay?
Okay.
I read in the police report that she's, has a charge of terroristic threats is the charge.
That's right.
That's the one, that's the charge out of Georgia, in case she wants to know.
Okay. Did you hear what she said? That was a public defender. Did you hear what she said?
No.
She said that in the report, she had seen that it said the charge out of Georgia is something like terroristic threats. I'm assuming that's something like our charge of written threats to kill or
Okay.
something like that. So my guess is it's something that was typed over the internet. That's usually what it is, but I don't have any other details about that charge, but that's what it's about, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you, ma'am. Have a good day.
Okay.
That's all the females at Central Judge, starting with the male, last name Alderman, first name Allen.
All right, Mr. Alderman, you're charged with possession of cannabis under 20 grams, a first-degree misdemeanor, possession of drug paraphernalia, first-degree misdemeanor, possession of methamphetamine, a third-degree felony. Do you have an attorney?
No.
Can you afford to hire an attorney?
No.
Okay, I'll provisionally appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. Give me 1 second to look at your probable cause affidavit. All right, and you find probable cause for the charges. How much history? Extensive. Oh, that was a different person, wasn't it? Oh, that was it. All right, let me look at your history. All right, Mr. Alderman, on the possession of marijuana charge, I'm going to set your bond at $2,500. On the possession of drug paraphernalia, it'll be $2,500. On the possession of methamphetamine, it'll be $7,500. So the total is going to be $12,500. Your next court date is August 4th at 8:15.
Thank you.
Last name Atkins, first name Gary.
All right, Mr. Atkins, you have a violation of probation out of Pasco County, and you're here with us for a new charge of petty theft, a second-degree misdemeanor. Do you have an attorney?
No, ma'am.
Do you have the ability to afford to hire an attorney?
No, ma'am.
I'll provisionally appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. And I previously reviewed the affidavit and found probable cause for the charge. And where's based on the number of prior petty thefts in your prior record and the other charges in your record, I'm going to set your bond on this case at $2,000 on the misdemeanor. So $2,000 on the petty theft is what I'm trying to say. You have a violation of probation, and you find probable cause for that. Unfortunately, violation of probation is a no bond situation. Your court date is July 14th for this case, but it looks like Pasco County is going to want to pick you up. So when you're finished here, they'll transport you to Pasco to deal with that violation of probation.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Last name Ballard, first name Anthony.
Mr. Ballard, you're charged with possession of drug paraphernalia, a first-degree misdemeanor, and possession of methamphetamine, a third-degree felony. Do you have a lawyer?
No, ma'am.
Do you have the ability to afford to hire a lawyer?
No, ma'am.
Okay, I'll provisionally appoint the Office of the Public Defender. Find probable cause for the charges. At this point, your bond for the paraphernalia is set at $1,000, and your bond for the methamphetamine is set at $5,000. Well, those were the standard bonds that came in, so strike what I just said. I hadn't reviewed your prior history. You have an extremely extensive prior history dating back to 1998. And so based on that history, I'm going to set your bond on the paraphernalia charge at $2,500. And on possession of methamphetamine, it's going to be $10,000. So total bond, $12,500.
Hey, don't walk away from what she's told. It's stay there.
Sorry.
All right, that's okay. I was wrapping it up. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Take her this way, sir. Okay. Last name Bowen, first name James. And Judd, I don't know if you have a Donald Bateman on your docket.
Yeah, I
but
do.
He bonded out, though.
You bonded, okay. All right, Mr. Bowen, you're charged with driving while license suspended or revoked. First offense, that's a second-degree misdemeanor. Do you have an attorney?
No, I did have an attorney. This stems from the DUI that they threw out, and I didn't even know my license was suspended.
Okay, don't talk about your case, so you might say something that you don't want everyone to hear that's being recorded, but you had an attorney on another case. Do you have an attorney for this case?
No, ma'am.
Okay, all right. Are you able to hire an attorney, or do you know yet?
I'm quite sure I will.
Okay, well, if you have the ability to hire an attorney, you have two options. We can go forward with your first appearance hearing today, or you can hire your attorney and come back tomorrow with your attorney.
No, we can go forward.
Okay. All right. Do you know what the attorney's name that you are going to hire is?
I'll probably get the public defender that I had before.
Oh, okay, well, that's different. I'm trying to figure out, can you pay for an attorney? Do you have any money?
No.
Okay, all right. So let's redo that. I'll provisionally appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. It's going to be up to them to determine what a public defender is assigned to your case. All right. All right, I find probable cause for the charge.
I did look at both of those cases. They're not open anymore.
All right, Mr. Bowen, I'm going to set your bond at $500 on this charge. Talk to your public defender about anything else that needs to happen. Your next court date is July 24th at 8:30. Thank you.
Next is Bremer, first name N.
Mr. Bremer.
Judge Lisa Weeks here on behalf of Ian Bremer.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
All right. So, Mr. Bremer, you're charged with domestic violence, battery of first-degree misdemeanor. And Ms. Weeks is here online to represent you on this case. So I'm not going to ask you the questions about do you have an attorney. Let me review your probable cause in just a second. Probable cause for the charge. Pretrial services left a message for your wife to see what her position is on having contact with you. Did you wish to be heard on any issue before I set bond?
No, Your Honor, other than I couldn't hear whether or not you'd heard from the wife and whether or not no contact was in place. He does have a place. His parents live in Arcadia and he can be released and stay there. I've spoken with them.
Yeah, the pretrial services attempted to contact the wife. They were not able to contact her, so we don't have her position as to what her wishes are, so to speak. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to have to order no contact and don't go back home. At some point, if that changes, if somebody is able to contact her and she has a different mindset, then the condition can be modified at a later date.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so there's some history. It's not the worst in the world, but it's somewhat significant. I'm going to set the bond at $2,500. And no contact with the wife.
Yes, ma'am.
At this point. If you need to go back and pick up some belongings, some clothes and a toothbrush, things like that, you can go one time with law enforcement to the house to get your personal items so that you can go stay wherever you're going to stay in the meantime.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Anything else, Ms. Weeks?
No, Your Honor, that's all I have before you, if I may be excused.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Happy 4th of July.
Thanks, same to you. All right.
Thank you.
Mr. Bremer.
Next, last name Bridges, first name Christopher.
Ms. Anderson's Public Defender's Office. I have a probable cause challenge actually on both counts, and that's on the paraphernalia and the cannabis. There was no drug test conducted at all, so there's no probable cause.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. I will address that when I get to that. All right, Mr. Bridges, you're charged currently with possession of cannabis, first-degree misdemeanor, and possession of drug paraphernalia, a first-degree misdemeanor. Do you have an attorney?
No, ma'am.
Can you afford to hire an attorney?
No, ma'am.
right, I'll provisionally appoint the office of the public defender, and I'm going to review the probable cause affidavit. There's been a challenge. The public defender in court is requesting that I not find any probable cause on your charges, so give me a second. I don't see any narcotics testing listed on there. Ms. Laura, do you have a position on that?
He did make an admission, if the court's found no probable cause today, the state would ask for 24 hours to see if we can get a supplemental affidavit.
All right, well, at this point, I don't think we can find probable cause without a statement of a narco test, so we're going to hold him for 24 hours, or, I mean, I guess he has bonds already set, standard bonds of $1,000 for each one.
Yes,
Those will stand. We'll bring him back tomorrow and see if the state can come up with an additional probable cause.
Yes, Your Honor. So if he doesn't bond out today, then he'll come back tomorrow on both
Yes,
charges.
yes.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Mr. Bridges, do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so either you bond out or we'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, ma'am.
Last name Butler, first name Thomas.
All right, Mr. Butler, you're charged with possession of appraisal-am, a third-degree felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, a first-degree misdemeanor, possession of methamphetamine, a third-degree felony.
Ma'am.
Do you have a lawyer?
No, ma'am.
Can you afford to hire a lawyer?
No, ma'am.
All right, I'll provisionally appoint the office of the public defender to represent you. Give me 1 second to look at your probable cause. Do you find probable cause for the charges? Do we have history?
Excuse me, Sergeant.
That's question.
The OCC in 25, is he still on community control anywhere? It says extradition. I'm gonna have to, can you just make that a little bit bigger? I'm gonna have to go through all this history. Back to the top. This DOC stuff says Polk County. Okay, thank you.
Asleep.
Okay. Mr. Butler, I'm not trying to be funny at all this. I'm sorry it took so long. Your record is 53 pages long. I'm not trying to be funny. I don't think this lifestyle is working out for you. Just words, just words, okay? I'm going to set your bond on possession of appraisal at $5,000. It's a third-degree felony. We'll set your bond for the drug paraphernalia at $1,000. And your bond on the methamphetamine charge is going to be set at $50,000.
50,000. Is that
How
what you
nice.
just said? Is that what you just said?
That's exactly what I just said. As I said, I don't think this lifestyle is working out for you, sir.
Last name Clingenfield, first name David.
Clingenfield.
Clingenfield.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Klingenpeel. Good morning, sir. You're charged with possession of drug paraphernalia, first-degree misdemeanor, possession of cannabis resin, a third-degree felony. Do you have an attorney?
I do not know.
Can you afford to hire an attorney?
No, ma'am.
All right. I provisionally appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. Give me 1 second. Do you find probable cause for the charges? Doesn't appear he has any. Okay. Recommendations. All right, Mr. Klingenpeel, I'm set your bond at $1,000 on the first degree misdemeanor drug paraphernalia and $5,000 on the cannabis resin. Your next court date is August 4th. Thank you.
Judge, and I don't know if you have Jacob Calvert on your docket. He has not been sent here from our booking process center yet. He's not made it to the jail, so he's not going to be here for first appearance.
What's the name?
Calvert, C-A-L, yes.
Okay.
I just noticed that I can't tell.
He's coming back tomorrow?
Yes.
All right.
In front of you, last name Cobb, first name Brandon.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Cobb, looks like you got a writ of bodily attachment. Probably because you didn't show up to a child support hearing. Let me see. Yeah, they missed you at your child support hearing. When you don't show up, they issue a writ.
They sent it to the wrong address.
Okay, well, then you can talk to them about that. Right now, is there a purge, Ms. Lauren? Second page, it says $5,000. I just want to check.
Yes, ma'am, it'd be $5,000 if he doesn't purge out, and he'll see the hearing officer Monday.
Okay, all right, so there's a purge of $5,000. If you don't bond out, or if you don't pay that and get out before Monday, you'll be brought in front of the hearing officer on Monday. And you can tell them about the address problem and all that, okay?
All right.
Thank you.
Last name Eubank, first name Jason.
All right, Mr. Eubank, you are charged with possession of drug paraphernalia, a first-degree misdemeanor, possession of methamphetamine, a third-degree felony, and knowingly driving with license suspended or revoked, a first conviction, that is a second-degree misdemeanor. Do you have an attorney?
No, ma'am.
Can you afford to hire an attorney?
No, ma'am.
All right, I'll provisionally appoint the Office of the Public Defender. Look at your probable cause affidavit. Oh,
I thought you were moving on to history, I'm sorry.
sorry, now, if it had been in here, I would have looked at it before. All right, so I do find probable cause for the charges. Now we're history.
Oh, why?
All right, Mr. Eubank, on the possession of drug paraphernalia, your bond's going to be set at $1,000. Possession of methamphetamine, $5,000. And the driving on a suspended license is going to be $250. So your total bond is $6,250.
Done.
Thank you.
Next, Fragrada, F-R-A-G-U-A-D-A, first name LeBron.
No, Orban.
Orban, Fragrada, Lebron. LeBron's probably
Hello?
last name, right?
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Both are.
So Fragrada, LeBron, you are charged with, what? All right, failure to notify the DHSMV of your address change, a second-degree misdemeanor, and driving while license suspended or revoked first time, a second-degree misdemeanor. Do you have a lawyer?
No.
Can you afford to hire a lawyer?
No.
All right, I'll provisionally appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. Give me 1 second here. All right, I do find probable cause for the charges. So last July. All right. So your bond is set at $500 on the driving on suspended license and $250 on the failure to notify the DHS of your address change. So total $750. And your next court date is July 24th at 8:30.
Okay.
Thank you.
Next one, Judge Francis, I think Francis, he bonded, he's not here.
Francis bonded, okay?
And I don't know if you have a Freimeyer on your docket as well.
Yes.
Okay, he will be sent to South County, but he has not finished booking, processing after processing center yet for booking.
So he's coming back tomorrow?
Yes, ma'am. Alvin Rojas.
All right, Mr. Galvin Rojas, you're charged with driving under the influence, and that is a... Okay, I need the charge first. It's a second-degree misdemeanor. Sorry. I'll start from the beginning. You're charged with driving under the influence. It's a second-degree misdemeanor. Do you have a lawyer?
A lawyer? No, ma'am.
Okay. Can you afford to hire a lawyer?
Possibly not sure right now.
Sure. Okay. I'll provisionally appoint the Office of the Public Defender. In the meantime, if you qualify, you can always hire somebody later if you or your family can get the funds to do so. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. All right. Let's go to history now. Oh, wait. PC. All right. Have you find probable cause for the charge? And is there just the one part? Yes, All right. Based on your prior for the same charge, I'm going to set the bond on this case at $2,500. And your next court date is July 24th at 8:30. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Next, Lesson Garcia, person one.
Mr. Garcia, are you charged with driving under the influence? Driving under the influence, a second-degree misdemeanor. Driving under the influence of property damage, a first-degree misdemeanor. Do you have an attorney?
No, ma'am.
Can you afford to hire an attorney?
No, ma'am.
Okay, I'll provisionally appoint the Office of the Public Defender. Ms. Smith, I noticed that this affidavit said on July 4th at 23:28 hours, so 11:28 p.m. on July 4th. That would be tonight.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it hadn't kicked over after midnight yet.
Totally missed that, Your Honor.
On the date, there's a date discrepancy.
Let me see. Yeah, the rest report says July 3rd. Well,
In the paragraph on the second page.
okay, in the paragraph, they have a different date.
Right. Does he have priors? This one. All right, so since the front page says July 3rd, is everybody prepared to assume that that's a typo on the second page?
Yes, ma'am. I think it's probably by the time they were processing it, it was probably after midnight, and that may be why.
Right. I mean, obviously, that date and time has not happened yet. That will be
Yes,
this
ma'am.
evening, so it must be a typo.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, well, we will assume it's that, and the official date on the front is July 3rd, as it should be. And so I will find probable cause for the charges. There's some some prior history, but it's been about 20 years. So. I'm going to set your bond at $1,500 on each count, so it's a total of $3,000. And your next court date is July 24th.
If you have a Jamal Glover on your docket, Judge, he bonded.
Okay.
The next one is going to be last name Harris, first name Willie.
Mr. Harris, you're charged with battery, touch or strike, a first-degree misdemeanor. Do you have an attorney?
No.
Can you afford to hire an attorney?
No.
All right, I'll provisionally appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. So they live in the house together, but they still decided this wasn't domestic violence. Okay. That makes no sense. All right, have we talked to, define probable cause, have we talked to Ms. Alton? All right, so Mr. Harris, I'm not sure why this wasn't classified as domestic in nature, but it wasn't, so they didn't try to make contact with Ms. Walton. In the meantime, Ms. Walton lives in the house there, and even if it's not domestic, we would issue a no contact order. Do you have someplace else that you can stay for a while?
Yes, I can stay somewhere else, and that way I can get a R&R on myself, and that way I could take care of my business and file for the eviction notice. The house is mine.
Okay.
I own the house. I pay for the house.
All right. Well, yeah.
So I would go ahead and get a R so I could take care of my business, go down and get a file for a screening.
Okay, hang on.
I mean, not a screening, but.
All right, is he recommended for pretrial, straight pretrial? That's what he's asking for.
He's got prior history.
All out of Hillsborough.
Yes, and then he also has a warrant out of Texas. That's not extraditable, but.
Okay. All right, well, Mr. Harris, I can't release you on your own recognizance. You have $1,000 bond, that's $100 to a bondsman. Okay, so
Okay.
I'm gonna leave that $1,000 bond set. And if you can bond out, you gotta have no contact with Ms. Walton while this is going on, okay?
Yes.
You can handle your business, like you said, get that all straightened out. And at some point, presumably, you'll get your house back. In the meantime, if you need to go pick up some clothes and a toothbrush and that kind of stuff, you can make one trip over there with law enforcement to get your things, okay?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Next, Hawkins, last name, first name David.
All right, Mr. Hawkins, you're charged with failure to appear for arraignment on a driving on license suspended first offense.
Yes, ma'am.
So Judge Flynn already found probable cause for that. I don't know if you got an attorney at that time or prior to that.
No, ma'am.
Okay, can you afford to hire an attorney?
Not at the moment.
Okay, I'll provisionally appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. And
Okay.
Judge Flynn had already set the bond at $500.
Okay.
Okay, next court date, July 24th at 8:30. Okay, if you bond out, make sure you don't miss it.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Last name Halls, Haws, first name Randall.
All right, Mr. Hawes, you're charged with possession of drug paraphernalia, first-degree misdemeanor, possession of methamphetamine, a third-degree felony, and trespass, failure to leave after order of the owner, a first-degree misdemeanor. Do you have an attorney?
No, ma'am. I was just getting some water from the water fountain.
Don't talk about your case.
Okay.
Somebody, the attorney's sitting right here. I don't know if it's gonna hurt you or not, but don't take that chance. All right?
Okay.
So can you afford to hire an attorney?
No, ma'am.
All right, I'll provisionally appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. And let me look at your probable cause affidavit. Hold on.
Okay.
All right, I do find probable cause. What's the record?
I wasn't able to tell if this case was still on.
All right, can we check 26 M4185 and see if that's still an open case? On the 1st of July?
Yes.
Yeah. Water.
Hang on, the clerk's looking.
Okay.
He did not bond out on that case.
How did he get out? Was it a notice to appear or what?
He pled to jail time, I think.
Okay,
He pled to 45 days, probably on July 1st.
I see. So this happened
Pretty recently.
before that?
Yes, ma'am, this was.
Or did he get time served and get out?
He got time served because he pled to 45 days, so.
Oh, I see.
Yes,
So, okay. So that case was closed, it was
yes,
resolved.
ma'am. Yes.
All right. Yeah. All right, Mr. Hawes, you have quite an extensive and varied history. I'm going to set your bond on the paraphernalia charge at $1,000. On the methamphetamine charge is going to be $10,000. And the trespass is going to be $2,500. So your
I
total
can't
bond,
bond out.
your total bond is $13,500. And if you can't bond out, your next court date is going to be August 4th at 8:15.
Thank you, bye.
Thank you, bye.
Last name Hercules, first name Godfrey.
All right, Mr. Hercules, you are charged with throwing a deadly missile. That's a second-degree felony, and resisting an officer without violence. That's a first-degree misdemeanor. Do you have an attorney, sir?
No.
Right. Are you going to be able to afford to hire an attorney?
No.
All right, I'll provisionally appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. And I previously reviewed probable cause affidavit. I do find probable cause. And let's see, do we have any contact with the victim? Because it's not this. It sure seemed domestic to me when I read the probable cause. But if they don't mark it.
Officers don't mark it as domestic.
All right. All right. Mr. Hercules, based on the facts of this case and based on your somewhat of a record that you have, I'm going to set the resisting an officer charge bond at $1,000, and the deadly missile charge, the second-degree felony, I'm going to set that bond at $20,000. If you are able to bond out, you would have absolutely no contact with the mother of your children. Let me make sure we get the right name on that, so you might have more than one.
It's,
Mariah Banks. Okay, you have no contact with Mariah Banks. Okay, you're not to go within 500 feet of her house, and I don't know if you have any court orders about your children, but it's gonna have to cover them for right now as well. You can deal with that at a later time.
what you being covered up? Well, I can't see my kids. That's how I deal with this.
You have no contact order from her and her house, and like all this was happening right in front of your children. So, yeah.
Not, I'm saying, but can I make somebody else get my kids? Cause, you know,
Listen,
which is,
we're not
it wasn't a fight.
Please stop talking for a second. We're not going to go into all these details right now. I don't know if you have any other court orders about your children. If you don't, you might want to get one. If you do, you might want to modify it. That happens in family court. For right now, this kind of violent behavior happened in front of your children. Whoever fault it would happen in front of your children. All right, I'm putting a no contact order on as far as Ms. Banks, and that includes your children at this point. Another court can change that at a later date. Okay, talk to your public defender about it.
So you saying I can't contact my kids?
That is exactly what I'm saying. Until further order of the court, contact your public defender and talk to them about what your options are, okay?
I'm just getting an understanding.
Yeah, I'm not saying this is forever, I'm not saying this is forever. I'm saying for right now. That's what I'm saying, okay? Have a nice day.
Last name Jones, first name Edward.
Edwards?
Last name Jones, first name.
Jones, oh, okay. Wait,
Last name Jones.
Edward Jones, okay, got it. All right, Mr. Jones, you're charged with possession of drug paraphernalia, first degree misdemeanor, possession of cocaine, a third degree felony. Do you have a lawyer?
No, ma'am.
Can you afford to hire a lawyer?
No, ma'am.
All right, I'll provisionally appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. All right, and I do find probable cause for the charges. What's the street? Too many pages. 26. Charge him February 26. He's not on probation. Check 26 CF 1449.
No, ma'am, he's not on probation.
Okay.
He took just straight jail.
He took straight time. Okay. All right, Mr. Jones, I was just checking on your status. I want to make sure you didn't have a violation of probation coming down the line, but you do not. So that's good. I'm reviewing your record right now. All right. Based on your somewhat lengthy record, I'm going to set your possession of drug paraphernalia charge bond at $1,000 and your possession of cocaine at $7,500. So your total bond is $8,500. Your next court date is August 4th at 8:15.
Judge, I don't know if you have a Jonathan Lewis, but due to medical reasons, he cannot attend first appearance today.
Yep, we'll bring it back tomorrow.
Married.
Merrick's, last name Merrick's, first name Herbert.
The state's filing a pretrial detention on the trafficking count.
And Sanderson Public Defender's Office, I did a stipulation with the state regarding one of the new charges, as possession of harmful new legend drug without prescription. And on that one charge, there is no probable cause, and he should be ROR'd on that charge. It's not mentioned in the police report.
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right. All right, so Mr. Merrick's, you are charged with love the way they abbreviate this stuff. Keeping a shop or a vehicle or some kind of conveyance for storage of drugs, a first-degree misdemeanor. Possession of cannabis with intent to sell, a third-degree felony. Trafficking in cocaine over 200 grams, a first-degree felony. And possession of drug paraphernalia, a first-degree misdemeanor. The charge they were just talking about is possession of a harmful new legend drug without a prescription, a second-degree misdemeanor. The state and the public defender have agreed that you should be released on your own recognizance as to only that charge. And, let's see, is that everything? All right, I think that's all your charges. All right, do you have a lawyer?
I'm gonna get one.
Okay, so you have the ability to hire your own lawyer?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Do you have somebody in mind, or you just gotta look?
I gotta look.
Okay. All right, so I'm not gonna appoint the public defender right now. Do you want to go forward with your first appearance hearing today, or are you thinking you get your lawyer by tomorrow and come back tomorrow?
No, ma'am, I'll go along with it today.
All right. All right, so we've got a few things going on here. On the trafficking and cocaine charge, the state has filed a motion for pretrial detention. They are seeking to hold you in jail without bond on that case. That will be determined by another judge. You'll have a hearing on that, and that'll be Thursday, Ms. Lauren?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that'll be Thursday at 1 o'clock. Okay, so in the meantime, as to your other cases, I'm going to give you bonds on those cases, on those charges, and then you'll still have to wait till Thursday to see what happens with that other situation. All right, so as to, let's see. I reviewed your probable cause affidavit earlier, and I do find probable cause for all the other charges, except for the new legend drug that has already been discussed. I have reviewed your record and your long history of drug trafficking, and I'm going to set the following bonds based on that. So as to the keeping a shop or a vehicle for the use of drugs on a first-degree misdemeanor, I'm going to set that bond at $2,500. Possession of cannabis with intent to sell or deliver, second-degree felony, or excuse me, a third-degree felony, I'm going to set that bond at $10,000. The trafficking trafficking cocaine, that is the charge that they've filed this motion for pretrial detention. That's going to remain at no bond for today. And that's the one that's going to be handled on Thursday, and the judge in that division will decide whether or not you get a bond on that. Okay. Using narcotic paraphernalia, possession of paraphernalia, first-degree misdemeanor, I'm going to set that one at $2,500. And the possession of harmful new legend drug per the agreement of the state and the public defender, I'm going to release on, or ROR, release on unaware cognizance as to that charge. Okay, so total 12. So you should be $15,000 thus far on the bonds. That's not including the trafficking of cocaine. We'll see what happens with that on Thursday. Now, you also have a warrantless violation of probation. Let's see. So apparently you were on probation on 24 CF 9409. That was the similar kinds of charges, let's just say. All right, unfortunately, violation of probation is a no bond situation. So I can't give you a bond on that. And looks like your arraignment on all of these things is going to be on August 4th at 8:15 a.m., but you will still go for your hearing on the pretrial detention on Thursday at 1. All I think that covers everything.
The next one, Mavorsi Andrew, he has not made it from the booking center, Judge. Next one in person, last name Miller, first name Justin.
I'm Sanderson, Public Defender's Office. I would ask that the Boise Andrew be reset for tomorrow.
Okay, yeah, set him over to tomorrow. All right, Justin Miller. All right, Mr. Miller, you're charged with possession of fentanyl, a third-degree felony, possession of methamphetamine, a third-degree felony, and possession of drug paraphernalia, a first-degree misdemeanor. Do you have an attorney?
No, ma'am.
I'm sorry, did you say yes?
No, ma'am.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you afford to hire an attorney?
No, ma'am.
All right, I provisionally appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. Let me look at your probable cause. All right, once you find this probable cause for the charges. Let's see his record, please. You didn't do any conditions or anything on it? I don't think so. I think I gave her an elevated bond. Let me go back to the PC real quick. Catch her name so I can look it up. PC. Well, that's it. She made, she was or not, because that was whenever I stepped out with that one. Oh, okay. Time very down. The clothes, she did, was there one stained her that was part of it? I don't think so. I don't have any. Because she was on, probation in 21 CF 6 for 21. Well, I gave her $16,000 bond, so. All right, Mr. Miller, based on your history, I'm gonna, the possession of fentanyl, I'm gonna set your bond at $10,000, and possession of methamphetamine, $5,000, and possession of drug paraphernalia, $1,000. He's not on any probation, is he? I didn't see anything. Okay. All right. All right, if you bond out, no contact with Deja Lee Webb, no contact with the co-defendant. Right? You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
The next one, Natiel, Natiel is the last name.
Okay.
Deja Lee Webb, she said they're asking me who did it, they still do one, so she's on probation. I do not write that down. No reason. Okay. Yes.
I mean, I don't know if we can do it if she's gone.
Unless you want us to put one there to be brought back for the
bring her back tomorrow. Okay. You guys, Miss Dejalie Webb was on probation and didn't get an instant warrant on her for that. I don't know if she's going to be able to bond out or not. We're going to bring her back tomorrow for that.
I'm assuming her bonds that have previously been announced are going to stand.
Yes. All right. All right, Mr. Natil, sorry, we had to deal with something else.
Yes, ma'am.
You're charged with domestic violence, false imprisonment, a third-degree felony. Do you have an attorney?
No, ma'am.
Are you able to afford to hire an attorney?
Sorry, no, ma'am.
Okay, I will just appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. I previously reviewed the probable cause affidavit, and I do find probable cause for the charge. The pretrial services has made contact with the victim. She didn't have any objection to you getting out of jail, but she doesn't want you to come home, and she doesn't want you to have any contact with her. Okay, do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have somewhere else you can stay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. That's really old. All right, so Mr. Natil, based on the fact that she doesn't have any objection to you getting out, I have reviewed your prior history. You do have a somewhat significant history. Some of it's really old, but some of it's more recent than would be liking for that to happen. Point being, I'm going to set your bond at $10,000. If you are able to bond out, you are to have absolutely no contact with the victim in this case, and you are not to return to that location. In fact, you have to stay 500 feet away from her house, her work, her school, anywhere she is, you have to stay 500 feet away. All right. In addition to that, you are not to have any firearms or other weapons. How does that provision read?
Do not use, possess, or carry any firearms.
Okay. Do not use, possess, or carry any firearms. Guns, weapons, ammunition, or knives. Understand?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Sanderson Polk Attorney's Office. I thought they lived at the same address.
I'm sorry?
I thought they lived at the same address. If so, would ask for 48 hours for law enforcement for him to get his stuff out of the house upon bonding out of jail.
Yeah, we're almost there. That's why I asked him if he had any place else he could go. All right. So, Mr. Natil, you can go back to the house one time with, just a minute, I'll answer your question. You can go back to the house one time with law enforcement to get your things, get your personal items, toothbrush, clothes, things like that. So you can go stay wherever you're going to stay in the meantime. Okay, what's your question?
I was just wanted to say for the record that we own a business together.
Okay. Is it a brick and mortar business? Like, is it a store or is it an internet business?
No, it's a cleaning business.
Okay. How's that going to work out?
I mean, you making the decisions of what's going on right now. So I mean, I guess I'll try to make some type of arrangements or something due to what's going on right now. I guess.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I think she was, if she had said she didn't want you to get out of jail, I probably wouldn't have let you out of jail. So she was being gracious and letting that, but she does not want anything to do with you right now.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm not gonna go against that at this point. You guys will have to figure the business out some other way. Talk to your public defender about what you can do about your conditions if things change for you, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Last name Nicasia, first name Parrish, Frank.
All right. Mr. Nicasia, you are charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, a third-degree felony. Do you have an attorney?
No, ma'am.
Can you afford to hire an attorney?
No, ma'am.
Okay, I'll personally appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. All right, I do find probable cause for the charge. All right, have we talked about no contact all victims? Okay. All right, Mr. Nicasia, are you still employed by Sunny's?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, well, I don't know what's going to happen with that. In the meantime, the victim is still working there, I take it. So you're not going to be able to have any contact with him. Okay, so if he's working, you can't be there working. You're going to have to talk to your manager about that. All right, so I'm going to set your bond at $5,000 with no contact with the victim. So, like I said, that includes his job. So if he's there working, you can't be 500 feet around there. I don't know if that's going to work out for you to keep working there or not. That's what I'm saying. Call your boss at Sunny's and talk to him about if that's even possible. If not, you may have to get a different job.
Okay.
Okay? Bond set at $5,000. Next court date's August 4th at 8:15.
Judge, you have a Nolan on your docket, Samuel Nolan, he bonded.
Thank you.
Person next is O'Hara, first name Samuel.
Apara.
Apara, sorry.
Sorry.
All right. Mr. Parra, you have a violation of probation warrant. This was on a excessive speeding case. What's the violation? That's what I'm trying to find. Oh, got it. Thank you. All right, Mr. O'Para, do you have an attorney for this violation charge?
Yes, ma'am.
Who's your attorney?
Kenneth Lewis.
Okay. Does he know you have court this morning?
He was advised.
Oh, wait, you were here yesterday, weren't you?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize till I looked up and saw your face. All right, so Mr. Lewis, is he online? Mr. Lewis, are you out there?
From what I know of, Your Honor, he told me that he would be here for my Tuesday BOP hearing.
Okay. All right, well, for right now, like VOPs, no bond. I do find probable cause for the violation. You do have the court date on July 6th at 12:45. If he's going to be there for you then, that's probably the best case scenario anyway.
You said July 6th or 7th, if I'm not mistaken.
They just showed me 6th. That's
Interesting.
Monday.
He told me. Okay.
So in misdemeanor VOPs, they always send them a letter to come to court and the affidavits, but that's when they're on the street because he got picked up on a violation, no bond, and they'll be on a jail date. So he just moved to a jail date versus a street date he was given.
Okay, so Tuesday got a street date and Monday, okay. All
So
right.
Monday?
Yeah, it's Monday at 12:45. What she
Yes,
said
ma'am.
was, if you're on the street and you get an affidavit a violation affidavit, they tell you to come on Tuesday. They do all the street people on Tuesday. The jail people come on Mondays.
Yes, ma'am.
Now that you're being held in jail, that's why they changed you to Monday. So tell Mr. Lewis to be here at Monday at 12:45, okay?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Sir Pacheco Medina, he bonded as well.
Okay.
Next person in front of you is last name Plain, first name Clifton.
All right.
And the state's filing a motion for pretrial detention on the trafficking.
Trafficking, all right, yes. All right, Mr. Plain, you're charged with possession of drug paraphernalia, first degree misdemeanor, possession of oxycodone, i.e. Percocet, a third degree felony, possession of oxycodone, a third degree felony, trafficking in amphetamine/methamphetamine, a first degree felony, and possession of alprazolam, a third degree felony. Do you have a lawyer?
No, ma'am.
Can you afford to hire a lawyer?
No, ma'am.
Okay, I'll provisionally appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. I previously reviewed the probable cause affidavit, and I do find probable cause for the charges. So we're showing open case 26 CF 1623. Was he bonded out on that case as well? Is it 1623? 26 1623.
Yes, ma'am, he was out on bond.
Who's that on bond? Ms. Lauren?
So the state would ask for his bond in that to be revoked also, Your Honor.
All right. All right, Mr. Plain, because you were out on bond on another case and you got arrested again, the state has asked that your bond be revoked on the case that you were out on, which is 26 CF 1623, your prior case. And, sorry, that's the duty felon, that's not my. All right, sorry about that. All right, so what's happening is you were out on bond on 26/16/23, whatever case you were out on, you got arrested. The state's asking to revoke your bond pursuant to Parker versus State because you got a new charge when you were out on bond on an old charge. I'm granting that motion, so on the, whatever that case number was that I just said, 1623, right? See, the 26 CF 1623 will revoke the bond. There'll be no bond on those charges. As to possession of paraphernalia, the first degree misdemeanor, the bond's going to be set at $1,000. Possession of oxycodone Percocet is going to be set at $5,000. Possession of oxycodone, third degree felony, that one's going to be set at $5,000. And possession of alprazolam, that one's also going to be set at $5,000. The state has filed a motion for pretrial detention on the trafficking and amphetamine charge. What that means is they are asking that you be held in jail with no bond on that particular charge. I'm not going to be deciding that today, but I have to hold you in no bond until you have a hearing in your regular division with that judge. That's going to be Thursday at 1 o'clock, right? Okay, so you're going to still have no bond on the trafficking charge. You're going to, your arraignment date is August 4th, but you're going to be brought next Thursday at 1 o'clock for this pretrial detention motion, and then that judge is going to make a determination whether you're going to get bond on that or not. Right?
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Last name Rose, first name John.
All right, Mr. Rose, you're charged with domestic violence battery, a first degree misdemeanor. Do you have an attorney?
No, ma'am.
Can you afford to hire an attorney?
No, ma'am.
All right, I'll provisionally appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. See the video? Mr. Rose? Pretrial Services was able to make contact with the victim, Ms. Sanders. She has indicated that she does not have any objection to you getting out of jail. She wants to have contact with you. She made some other statements. She doesn't fear further violence from you. She doesn't have any objection to you returning home. I'm not sure about what her position is on all this stuff. I did not talk to her. But based on the fact that you don't have any other prior history, I'm going to set your bond at $2,500 and tell you to have no violent contact with Ms. Sanders, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and your next court date is July 24th at 8:30.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Judge Charles Rowell, Rowell, he bonded.
Okay.
And then Andrew Rushing has not made it from the processing center yet.
Okay, bring him back tomorrow.
Yes, ma'am. And in front of you, last name Salmon, S-A-N-O-N.
Sanders Smith, Defender's Office. I have a stipulation with the state regarding his resisting without violence charge. There's no probable cause on that one charge, and then he should be ROR'd on that one charge.
Mr. Shannon, you're charged with possession of cannabis resin, which is a third-degree felony, driving on a suspended license, which is a second-degree misdemeanor, resisting an officer without violence, which is the charge that the public defender was just talking about. It's a first-degree misdemeanor, and possession of drug paraphernalia, also a first-degree misdemeanor. Do you have an attorney?
Say it again?
Do you have an attorney?
No.
Can you afford to hire an attorney?
Higher?
Do you understand me?
Anyway, so let me say, so I don't really speak English.
Okay,
Can I
that's
have
what I
someone
thought.
to translate and
Yes.
Creole for me?
Okay.
So
You had the
yeah, I
Creole
don't want
interpreter who's here.
I don't want to make a mistake.
Okay, apparently he misunderstood, Judge. He needs a Creole interpreter, so, I mean, so which one, you gonna bring it back tomorrow or what?
You're gonna have to come back tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, come back tomorrow. Come on.
That's why.
Go in there.
Did I not have him make an announcement?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Yeah, he did. Judge, we made an announcement and we asked everyone.
Can I
here.
ask some question?
No,
So
go in there. Go in there. Next one we have is here, last name Selpa, S-E-L-P-A.
Okay, Sanders Smith, Defender's Office. I have a stipulation with the state regarding the cannabis and paraphernalia charges on those two counts. No probable cause, and he should be ROR'd on those two counts.
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right. Okay, and are you, Ms. Smith, are you gonna be back tomorrow?
Yes, she'll be.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna be back here tomorrow, yeah.
Tomorrow, okay, just remind me on with the Creole interpreter case, remind me that there was, I wrote it down,
Oh, about
but
the
I won't
probable
have
cause?
this paperwork tomorrow.
I think with Karen.
It's Karen Burnett will be here for us tomorrow.
Okay,
Thank you.
all right, just remind me.
Yes, that's your honor.
All right. All right, Mr. Selpa.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you are charged with domestic violence battery, first-degree misdemeanor, and you are charged with possession of cannabis, under 20 grams of first-degree misdemeanor, and possession of drug paraphernalia, first-degree misdemeanor. And where's this DUI coming from?
There's two separate affidavits.
Two separate affidavits, okay. You, in addition to all that, you are also charged with with driving under the influence, a second-degree misdemeanor. Do you have an attorney?
No, ma'am.
Can you afford to hire an attorney?
No, ma'am.
All right, I'll personally appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. Okay, what the Assistant Public Defender was just saying was on the possession of cannabis charge and the possession of drug paraphernalia charge, that she and the state have both agreed that there was no probable cause for those charges, so you'll be ROR'd on those two charges, on those two counts. Do you understand what that means?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so as to the domestic violence battery, I do find probable cause on that charge, and on the on the DUI, I also find probable cause on that charge. Let me, do we have victim contact on the battery? The victim on the domestic violence battery has reported to pretrial release that she does not have any objection to you getting out of jail. I assumed it was a she. Wait a minute. Let me back up. Yep, Mr. Rodriguez. She does not have any objection to you getting out of jail, and she does wish to have contact with you, in addition to some other things. Yeah, okay. She has no objection to you coming home.
Excuse me?
She has no objection to you coming home.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so, let's see, can I see his history? I looked that up before. I just had driving unsuspended. Was it? Too bad. All right, so Mr. Selpa, I'm going to set your bond on the domestic violence battery at $2,500. I'm not going to put no contact provisions on there because she doesn't wish it. But I am going to tell you no violent contact. So pay attention.
Yes,
to what
ma'am.
you're doing. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Possession of cannabis is going to be ROR. Possession of paraphernalia is going to be ROR. And the DUI is going to be $1,000 bond.
Thank you.
Yeah, pretrial release, no, that's just no violent contact. Okay,
Judge Douglas,
go ahead.
sorry, I didn't know you were done. Last thing, Scuba, he bonded, Judge Douglas Scuba.
All right.
Next, in front of you, be Stoneman, first name Richard.
Richard Stillman. All right, Mr. Stillman, you are charged with possession of cannabis under 20 grams, a first-degree misdemeanor. Possession of drug paraphernalia, a first-degree misdemeanor. Possession of methamphetamine, a third-degree felony. Do you have a lawyer?
No,
Can you afford to hire a lawyer?
no.
All right. Actually, I reviewed this probable cause affidavit earlier when I was doing the co-defendant's case. So I do find probable cause for the charge, all the charges, I should say. Wait, did I just appoint the?
He did want public defender, I believe.
I'm sorry.
He said he wanted one.
He did.
Okay.
I thought
You did, because he said he couldn't afford one.
he couldn't afford one, right? Did I appoint or no?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Mr. Stillman, you need a public defender, right?
Yes.
Okay, just checking. All right, if I didn't before, I'll provisionally appoint public defender's office now. Sorry, I've said this too many times today, it's kind of running together. All right, let's see history.
Okay, great. About the poll process. Okay, thank you.
All right, Mr. Stoneman, you have somewhat significant history. It's not 53 pages, thank goodness, but it's a little more than I'd like to see in this situation. In your defense, it doesn't look like there's anything since 2018, so it's been a while. But I don't think this lifestyle is working out for you. That being said, I'm going to set your bonds on the possession of cannabis at $1,000, possession of paraphernalia at $1,000, possession of methamphetamine at $10,000. Thank you. Your next court date is August 4th.
Thank you.
Next is Ken Thomas.
Tom, T-H-O-M.
I'm sorry, Tom, excuse me.
Tom. Yep. All right, Mr. Tom, you have a warrant out of Hernando County for a trespass. Let me see. When they put a bond on there and then they say we'll extradite, He can bond
He
or
can
they'll
bond-
extradite.
He can bond or wait for them to come get him, yes.
All
ma'am.
right, so I don't know anything about that case, how much ever to a bondsman, and then show up in Hernando County and handle your case there. Or if you can't bond out, they will come and pick you up and take you over there to handle the case over there. All right? But
I just asked for a status hearing on July 10th,
July 10th, okay.
the first appearance docket.
Okay, so we're gonna bring you back in about a week to make sure that they didn't forget to come and get you, okay?
Your Honor, can I say a few words?
Well, you can. There's not a lot I can do about an out-of-county warrant because I can't do anything
Okay.
with it, but,
Okay.
I mean, there's, like I said, there's not anything I can do as far as that charge goes. They said there's $1,000 bond and they'll extradite, so that's all I have to go on. So if you can't bond out, they'll come and get you.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Last name Tillman, Judge, he bonded.
Okay.
Front of you is Williams, last name Williams, first name Calvin.
To bring that paper. Mr. Williams, why did we bring you back from yesterday? I apologize, I don't remember.
It's because I was trying to get in contact with my attorney.
Okay,
So
that's right.
I was trying to figure out what my people doing, starting the paying arrangements towards my attorney. So when I told them what happened, they made my first appearance today. They told me to just go forward with the public defender.
Okay. All right, so I'll provisionally appoint the Office of the Public Defender. So that means you're going to have to qualify, but I'll provisionally appoint them right now. So let's go through your charges. Unlawful possession of personal ID of 4 items or less, that's a first-degree misdemeanor. Unlawful use of a two-way communication device to commit a felony, that's a third-degree felony. Burglary of an unoccupied conveyance, that's a third-degree felony. Petty theft of, what is that, on a merchant? What did they say he stole? There's certain things that fall under a statute, farm equipment, fire extinguishers, different things like that. That's under that part of the statute that makes it a felony in the third degree. I'll get back to it. We'll figure out what it said, but
Yeah,
also.
it's because he has 2 prior convictions, that's why it's a felony.
Oh, okay. Why did they put?
I don't know.
Merch farm and transit. That makes no sense. All right, so it's your petty theft charge because you have 2 prior petty theft convictions. That makes it a third degree felony. All right, and using a credit card to obtain goods and services, one time, with a limit of $1,000, $100, excuse me. That's a first degree misdemeanor. All right, so you've got 3 third degree felonies and 2 first degree misdemeanors.
And he's got an open case.
I'm sorry?
And he has an open case.
Oh, he has an open case.
So 25-108-61.
All right. Is he bonded out on that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and do you have a motion on that?
The state would ask for his bond. If the court finds probable cause on the new charges, we'd ask the court to revoke his bond on the open case.
Okay. All right, let me go back to the PC because I didn't get through that yesterday. PC. Thank you. find probable cause for the charges on the, let's see, the use of the two-way communication device, that bond's going to be set at $5,000. Burglary of a conveyance, also $5,000. Petty theft, third degree felony, that's going to be set at $5,000. Unlawful possession of personal ID, that's the first degree misdemeanor, right? That one's going to be set at $1,000. And use of a credit card to obtain services and goods is going to be set at $1,000. I do find probable cause, and in 25 CF 10861, I find that he was out on bond on that case, and he got arrested on new charges. So I am going to revoke the bond on 25 10861. All right, so I've given you, your bond on this new case is $17,000 in total. I have to revoke your bond on 25 10861, the one that you were previously out on bond on, because you got arrested on a new case. So you're going to be held in jail on that pursuant to Parker versus State with no bond. And your next court date is going to be August 4th. And your attorney can explain any of those details to you. And if they feel it necessary, they can file a motion to address anything else in regard to that. Okay?
May I ask a question, please?
Yes.
Can I, what is probable cause?
Okay, that's what you need to ask your attorney. Probable cause is a legal standard. That means, it doesn't mean that there's enough that prove you did it right now, but it's an allegation. It's enough to overcome the standard of probable cause, that there is a good probability that you committed these crimes. That's what probable cause is. That was not a very artful definition, but you should talk to your attorney about that.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Judge Alfred, you knew he bonded, and that is all we have for Central County Jail today.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Have a good day.